Baby, come to me. Can you show me who you are? Yeah. Step to me like sugar to my heart, ooh, baby. Y'all know the song. I'm craving for you. I'm missing you like candy. Missing you like candy. Sweet, sweet loving. Got me going to the extreme. What's good, y'all? Y'all come on up in here. I decided to make this like a little last minute live because a lot of y'all kept sending me this after I told y'all the last time that I ain't want to talk about this shit. But no more. But since y'all want to keep sending it to me, whatever. Um I figure I can make a little something up off this thing, but in the meantime, in between time, first of all, can everybody hear me? Um, I don't know who gonna be in here. Don't give a damn. I really don't, y'all. I could give two shitrous hell to be up in this shit these days because YouTube keep playing with me in my lives. So I just gotten to the point where it's just like, girl, fuck it. Whoever get it, they get it, and if they don't, they'll pun the replay, and I get my coin either way. So they don't like me no more, child. I don't really know why I ain't never did nothing to them hoes, but whatever, fuck them. Okay, fuck them. All right, whoever here, they here, and ain't they. Um, uh, what's good, me you? Y'all know me and me you got a special kind of relationship. Me you, Ebony the best, Brittany, especially her. Koi Fly, I believe her name is. Y'all know we all got a special little thing for each other because y'all know they be caping for Melody. But they ain't had to do that as much because I've been taking up for her because I say she my friend now. And because she is. And that's another reason why I decided to go on ahead and make this a laugh because I'm gonna let y'all talk because I'm sick of talking about this shit. That's why I say because y'all know I don't do this often. I'm not a call in kind of girl. I don't do all that. Y'all know I work alone, damn it. But but y'all know every now and again I'll be nice and I'll say, you know what? I'm sure these folk got something to say and they tired of typing it. You know what I'm saying, in the chats or whatever. So every now and again, I drop the link, and I figured this would be the best one to drop the link because I just hope this is all we got. But we'll get to it at the 10-minute mark because we just hit the 7 minutes. So right, y'all know she windmill for Candace and she windmill for Melody. Um, And speaking of Candace, I've been meaning to say something to your ass about that too, me. You talk about something, don't be putting Candace in the middle of that. I ain't put Candace in the middle of a damn thing. Candace put herself in the middle of that shit when she decided that she wanted to go and walk up on Deborah and ask her what she said about her husband. All right, you talk about something, stop putting her in the middle of it. I ain't put her in the middle of shit. She the one that walked up on that woman and decided to have that. Okay, I didn't put her in a damn thing, child. I just said something about it. I ain't put her in that shit. She walked up on the Muppet and decided to play them games. I ain't put her in nothing. But we don't know that to be true, Frank. We do that. We know that to be true. I believe every word of what that in confidential informant said. I believe every word of what he said. She felt the way about Deborah still running around here, running her mouth, and she saw her around there, the Ashley and Tacky's event, and she decided to go on ahead and push up and say what it was she had to say. See, I know so much about Candace already. I know that shit is true. Okay, I know that's true. She had something to say to that woman and all of the rest of that stuff. But see, what Deborah won't counting on was Kiana being there. And she ain't think Kiana was going to jump in it, but Kiana did. And not only did Kiana jump in, Kiana snatched her damn wig off. Now, that's what happened. Nah, What's good, Gail? You came here for the roast. You came here for the gag of this. Child, if I got some, because I told y'all I'm sick of talking about this shit at this point. The informant also said Deborah won. Child, boo. Deborah ain't won a damn thing. Kiana had that girl by her hair, slanging her around from here to she got skull drug damn near. All right. Um, Please, that won't the informant. That was one of Ashley's friends sitting over here trying to take up for her homegirl. Girl back. All right, that won't the informant. That was one of Ashley's friends. Okay, that won't an informant. Another report said Deborah has been talking and trying to get the girls' attention for a moment all season. I'll just wait to see. Me too, KJ. We gonna wait to see. We gonna wait to see. Cause honey, let me tell you something. Kiana, that bitch, I fuck with her already, and I don't know nothing about it. But I rock with her already, and I'm scared of her. So I ain't even finna go there with Kiana, because I'm scared of her, honey. I don't want to get skull drugged like she skull drugged the Muppet. No God. I ain't got no time. I really don't. I ain't got no time to get skull drugged. Kiana, you safe around here, sis, because I'm scared of you. I don't really know what you be having going on. Thank you so much for your Cash App, love. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you, guys. Anybody else that would like to send a Cash App or PayPal, please feel free. It is definitely welcome. Thank you guys so much for that. Because the bitch is broke. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Bitch had to pay bills, okay? Insurance, phone, TV, YouTube, all that shit. So thank y'all for I'm recuperating residuals. So it's greatly appreciated. Make sure to follow to not only this channel but to the second channel, so you guys don't miss the reviews for Love and Marriage Detroit. I almost said Love and Hip Hop Detroit. So y'all don't miss reviews for Love and Hip Hop Detroit. I said it again. So y'all don't miss reviews for Love and Marriage Detroit and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. What's my Cash App? One of the mods, y'all put it in there. I forgot. Ain't it uh that's a damn shame. It's right here on the screen, friend. With the Cash Apps. That's it. R Dog 30. See, I forgot. Don't let your rent be like, oh baby, that's the first shit they get paid around here. We ain't got time to get put out. Okay? That's the first shit that everybody needs to pay is they damn rent. All right, now everything else could get cut off and repossessed, but don't you get put out your house by not paying no rent. I know y'all lying. It's too hot outside for that shit. So y'all better get that together. But yeah, if y'all want to see those reviews, make sure that y'all head over to the second channel and make that do what it do, because that's where that goes. Shout out to the folk that's been watching I'm gonna say it again, the Real Housewives of New York. So many of y'all commented saying that y'all want me to watch it, saying that y'all want me to review it, and I said fine. I went on ahead and watched it, and I reviewed it. I promised y'all I would, and I did. So y'all make sure to go on ahead and make that do what it do, honey. And pull y'all a shot. I told y'all I'm broke, right? And I really meant that, because this the bottle that this the only thing I could afford. Okay, New York is high as shit, bitch. I should have stayed in Virginia, where I belong, where shit is much more cheaper. Rent is cheaper, food is cheaper, liquor is cheaper, weed is cheaper. Buying dick is cheaper. Everything cheaper down south. You come up here, child, they just nickel and dime you for every damn thing. So y'all, so girl, they worse than the bums and the hobos on the street, child. I don't know what's going on. So, so y'all make sure to support the kid any way y'all see fit. You need to come to Dallas. JoJo want me to come to Houston next month. I might. It might. As long as I ain't gonna melt while I'm out there, because it's hot here. So I can only imagine what the hell it is in Houston. And I live in New York now. And if New York is hot as hell, I'm more than sure Houston is like Hades at this point. So so yeah. Um Thank you, Letitia. I don't know, don't say you're welcome because I did say your real name in case you don't want nobody to know your real name. Um, Thank you for just know I got it. Thank you so much for your cash app, love. It's appreciated. So listen. Mm, mm, mm. Whew. And no, I don't like light. Y'all know that. I don't like light, but I do like Scott infusions with Moscato grape. That's what I'm drinking. I'm giving them full free promotion. This, along with Tito's and maybe a Ciroc here and there, is the only thing that I deal with that's like, unless it's tequila. Y'all know tequila I live for. And gin. I love me some gin. But yeah. Anywho. So I was chilling, doing what I was doing, and I got so many DMs sent to me about this fourth part of the harlot and Nay's phone conversation. Now I told y'all in the last Tea Talk that y'all ran up the numbers pretty good on that one, and it's appreciated. But I told y'all in the last Tea Talk, unless Melody actually ran out there and got some papers drawn up, unless somebody gets arrested, put in handcuffs, unless the people with the blue, red and blue disco lights come around there, don't y'all hit me up or tell me anything else about what's going on with this thing, because I really didn't feel like it was nothing more gonna come out of this. But y'all know how folk do. Folk don't listen, but it's cool because it's not much about way of news that's going on. I don't give a damn about Nene's son getting arrested. I don't care. I don't really care about the young lady that lied to the Po9, talk about something she got abducted and all the rest of that shit. I don't give a damn about none of that. That ain't interesting. That ain't news because ain't nothing happened to that bitch. So it ain't nothing for us to really talk about with that. But I do agree with the people when they say that she need to pay restitution for running around here wasting the FBI's and the local police's time. I'm totally on everybody's side with that. Yes, she does. But other than that, I ain't got nothing to say for that shit. And it ain't nothing really going on. And in the spirit of being consistent, I say, you know what? I mean, people will flock to this quicker than they'll flock to anything else. So I'm going to hit and listen to it. So one thing that I appreciated was the phone call was only 18 minutes. Cool. Okay, because I was in here frying chicken. So I said, all right, that'll be enough for me to fry my chicken with, girl. So I went on ahead and listened to it while I was frying my chicken wings and doing all that stuff. And again, she ain't said, like, that's why I'm confused as to why so many of y'all sent me this, because it's like she did not say shit that she didn't A, already said, B, we already didn't know, or C, you could just go on ahead and revert back to A and B, because it was nothing else that she said or nothing else that was brought up that we didn't already know. And so I just feel like, Nay, girl, you just should have put out this whole thing. All right, because no tea, no shade, Nay, you putting out all of these parts is just for your benefit, and people gonna listen to it because that's just what they do. But considering that I got common sense and I'm a grown ass adult, I don't mind telling you that bitch ain't said a goddamn thing. She ain't said nothing earth-shattering, ground-breaking, or anything. It's the usual. So she came up there talking about how, people still trying to use her for clout, people on the show trying to use her, the show can't go on without her, all that shit. Then she turned around acting like she wanted to cry, talking about somehow the leisure suit don't ever look out for her. Leisure suit don't ever take up for her. Leisure suit don't ever do this. Leisure suit don't ever do that. But it's like, girl, when has he ever done that for you? When has he ever looked out for you? When has he ever put your feelings above males When has he ever done that? Never. So I'm not understanding because you felt as though you had a baby by this nigga that somehow made you special or whatever the case may be. Then she started talking about Carson. Won't nothing with that. The same old shit that she been saying. She's a clout chaser. She's a liar. She this and she that. And I'm just like, when are we going to get to the good part? Like out of that whole 18-minute, out of the whole 4 parts, when are we going to get to the good shit? When is we going to hear something, or when is she going to say something that none of us have heard, none of us know about? When is she going to, like, that's what I was waiting for. Like, I was really waiting on to hear something that we've never heard before. And I ain't get a goddamn thing. And so that's why I tell y'all, don't send me nothing, because it's nothing to talk about, y'all. It's really not. Like, I feel like a lot of y'all just like the sensationalism of it all. But in the grand scheme of things, to a content creator, it's boring and annoying because it's nothing. Everything that she done said, we heard already. Everything. She ain't said nothing new that was just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, she didn't say shit. Like, it's like it was like a phone call between 2 homegirls. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it was. But I'm gonna give y'all what I got. Then I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna let y'all come up here, maybe 1 or 2 at a time, because if I try to put a link up here and then all of y'all gonna come up here and it's just gonna be chaotic. And I ain't got no time for that, because I got another live to do tonight with Scotty and JoJo for Roast and Review for Love the Hip Hop Atlanta at 8:15. So I don't even have a lot of time for all that. I mean, I don't know. I might. And I just let y'all get whatever. I'm going to pull a Scotty and let y'all say what y'all want to say, because I really ain't got much to say. But Nay put up the 4th part, and, you know, like I said, she talked about, you know, well, first she trying to say it ain't no tape, but we already know that's a lie. There's definitely a tape, because it is, because like I said, in about the 3rd season reunion, I believe it was, Leisure Suit brought up about it being a tape and Melody confirmed it. So we already know that there is a tape of some sort between Melody and Leisure Suit while they was married. So we can alleviate that altogether. We know there's a tape. What's good, Tracy? We know there's a tape. So she's up here trying to say that, you know, the whole thing is a lie, that you know, nobody was really gonna put anything out, and that, you know, she's upset with Leisure Suit because she feels like he threw her under the bus. Excuse me. She feels like he threw her under. Why is my phone buzzing? Thank you, boo, for your cash app. It's appreciated. I love you to pieces, baby. Thank you. She up here talking about it won't won or whatever, but we already know that slide. Then she turned around and said that he's not protecting her. He's not doing anything to make sure that she's good. And he never protects her. He never does this and he never does that. And my thing to the heart of it is this. If that's the case, then why are you even still dealing with him? If you already know that this man is going to throw you up under the bus versus standing in his shit, then why even put yourself into this predicament again? It makes no sense. Like, Leisure Suit got a dick made of gold. Okay, he got a dick made of gold, and I swear his cum must be Hershey's chocolate, because she is like, because for somebody to know that they're dealing with a fuck nigga, but then they still want to constantly put themselves through the ringer for that said person, it makes no sense to me. And y'all need to stop this thing about she young. That bitch ain't that damn young. She's in her damn 30s. So am I. And even when I was in my 20s, I knew not to lay up with a married man. All right, y'all kill me with that young shit. Like, even when I was young, I knew being with a married man was wrong. I knew being with a man that won't mind was wrong. You know what I'm saying? All of that young stuff, y'all can kill all that because it kills me with that. Like, that's not an excuse. The whole thing, because she was trying to do that too. Well, I was 25, I was 26. Bitch, 25, 25, 25. Really? 25, you still making dumbass decisions like this at 25? I could see if you said I was 18 at the time, I was 19. I'll even let you pass with 2021. 25, I don't want to hear nothing from you. Not at 25. Not at 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I don't want to hear no shit like that. I really don't. And maybe it's because I'm a man of a certain age. You know, I'm 35 years old. I was born in 88. So maybe that's why I feel this way. But I just feel like at some point you got to know right from wrong, and you got to know your age just don't matter because you're at an age where you know you're wrong. So whatever. Then she wanted to go in on Carson and talk about how Carson is just a clout chaser. And my whole thing is, well, bitch, you've been clout chasing since your ass came up here in 2020. You was clout chasing when you ran off and told Funky Dineva that not only was you the one that he was cheating on his wife with, you're pregnant. What the hell do you call that? If it's not clout chasing, what the hell is it? Because most side hoes just sit in the background and they play their damn position and they be damn quiet. You wanted people to know who you was. You wanted people to know that you was pregnant. You wanted people to know that he was with you. You wanted America to know that you was the woman that he was sleeping with other than his wife. You wanted that. So it's like for me, but you still know better. The bottom line was that he was married. She knows she didn't care. So now she's catching her karma. Period. 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 She's catching her. That's all it is. Harley, I mean, what you thought? All of the side hoes get this. Even Jocelyn. Hosseline. All right. Even Hosseline. All right. She caught fleck above fleck. She did. Like, all of the artists get this. Girl, you ain't know. Well, he was never going. He still ain't choose. He still ain't chose her. He still ain't chose her. After you done sit over here and had this man baby, he called you a peasant on national TV, ergo calling his son bottom of the barrel. Because a peasant is a bottom of the barrel ass bitch. That's what a peasant is. And you had a baby by said peasant. So if you calling her a peasant, that's basically what you're calling your damn child. And he said that on national TV to Dr. Francis in one of his therapy sessions. When was this? Back in season 3? Or see, all roads lead back to season 3. You should have known then where you stood in this man's life. You should have knew that then. And your son. I would have, see me, the first time a dirty piece of trade would have called me a peasant on national TV, or I wouldn't have had nothing else for him at that point. I'd have just put that broke ass bitch on child support and take his ass for everything he got. That's what I would have did. And then Melody would have turned around and continued to take him for everything he got by taking him to the cleaners with this damn divorce. See, that's what I would have did. I wouldn't even went through all of that. I'm going to hit you where it hurts, your wallet. That's what I'm going to do. And I would have liquidated everything. I'd have liquidated that calendar. I'd have liquidated them churn books. I'd have liquidated that cheap-ass Inez wine. I'd have liquidated every damn thing. I'd have put that bitch on child support the next day. I'd have went slam around it. I wouldn't have said shit to him. He'd have found out when he got that letter in the mail, or if they would decide to pull up on him while he was in. Because, see, I'm petty like that. I would have told my people, pull up on him when he's in the middle of a scene with his homegirls. Better yet, pull up on him when he's in the middle of a scene with his wife. That's what I would have did. That's when I want you to pull up on him and serve that nigga them damn papers. See, that's me. I don't know who the harlot was raised with. Because, see, as for me and my homegirls, that's the shit that we would have did. But whatever. I I'm going to drop the link when I get ready to drop the link, Catherine. I drop the link when I get ready to drop the link. I ain't ready to drop the link. I ain't finished saying what I want to damn say. Once I say what I got to say, then I'm going to drop the link. Anywho, y'all know I love Catherine. We do this all day. Don't get y'all feelings, child. Actually, I'm about to drop it in a few because I ain't got that much time. I really don't, y'all. I really don't. I ain't got that much time because I do got another lab to do at 8:15. So I don't know who annoys me more, Deja or Ariane, but they're just alike. I'm weak. Martell ain't even worth the child support. What's his income? My cousin's child support is $300. That ain't nothing. I mean, it may not be nothing, but it's better than nothing. Okay? It may not be nothing, but it's better than nothing. What the hell is Ariane doing? Ain't nobody buying nothing from that cheap ass boutique that she got on Instagram. Ain't nobody buying nothing from that shit. Don't nobody want to go around looking like her ass. So I already know that ain't making no income. She keep claiming she gonna post on her Instagram or her YouTube, I should say, which would be making her money, but she refuses to do it, so she ain't making no money off that. You understand? So it's like, listen, 300 is better than goddamn nothing. I would have taken the 300. Oh well. At least that's 300 that you ain't got. Okay? That's the way I take it. It's $300 that you ain't got. Don't put that 300 in your pocket. Let me go on ahead and get that. My hand would be out just like this. Don't even put it in your pocket, bitch. Give it to me. That's what I would do. And I would do that every damn month. Let me get that. Let me get that. That's me. What's good, Erica? No, when he came to the expo with no business and another tight ass suit, I was rolling. I'm weak. Ariane, the harlot, I mean, it's slow. It's all in the ass. Not as slow, it's all in the ass. I'm screaming. At least she got something in common with she buying a goddamn thing. Nobody buying their stuff. Right. Nobody buying shit, bitch. So she ain't making no money off that. Now, I don't know what she does for a living. I don't know what she does for a living. She probably sell pussy for a damn living. To let me tell her, because I don't know what she do. She dropped out of nursing school, and I don't like that at all. Being a nurse, I don't like that at all. She dropped out of that, so we know she's not a nurse no damn well. I thought she did have, but I guess she don't. Because they mentioned that. They mentioned something about her wearing wigs or possibly wearing a wig or something like that. I said, Nay, where is you going with this conversation? Listen, Nay was so disinterested and disjointed in the conversation, and that's another thing that got me. The harlot couldn't even realize that this woman is playing her for a fiddle. She won't even smart enough to realize that it's too much for me. It's too much. It's too much. I told y'all YouTube is playing with my numbers. I was just at 105 and then it jumped up to 140 and then it jumped back down to 105 and now it's back up to 140. I told y'all, YouTube just don't like, and now it jumped down to 88 people. I told y'all, YouTube don't like black people. I'm just gonna say it. YouTube don't like black people because I'm more than sure these Caucasian content creators don't have this problem. Because I never hear a content creator complaining to YouTube about them playing with their numbers, playing with their subscriptions, playing with their likes, playing with their notifications. I ain't never heard of one. Now it jumped back up to 103. I mean, 143. Like, listen. I ain't here to tell y'all no lies. Okay, I was just at 81. Now it's back up to, and now it done went back down to 87 people. See what I'm saying? I told y'all, YouTube don't fuck with black people. They don't. And that's why they needed to keep YouTube black. Bring back YouTube black. Bring back YouTube black. Now, it may seem a little segregated or whatever, but at least I will get my just due and I wouldn't have to keep complaining to the white folk YouTube for them to not do anything about it. Because I'm sick of this shit at this point. I really am. I'm irritated. This is why y'all was hardly seeing me like that, because it's just like, what's the point? Like, people put in too much hard work for YouTube to be sitting here playing with people because of the color of their damn skin. And that's what it is. But anyway, you said it's still 143. Listen to me good. Now they messing with it. Now they messing with it. Are y'all gonna believe me now? Now we jump to 114. Are y'all gonna believe me now? Okay. Now do y'all see what the hell I'm saying to y'all? Anyway, child. I don't know why it's me. I mean, I don't mind it being me, but why me? YouTube, y'all don't want me on y'all ass. I'm gonna tell you that right now. YouTube, y'all don't want me on y'all ass. You don't. Okay. You don't want me on your ass, YouTube. Anyway, child, let me drop this link before Catherine make me cuss her ass out up here on this live. Cause I really ain't got nothing else to say no way. Because it ain't nothing else to talk about. So honestly, ain't nothing else to talk about. So okay, before Catherine make me Ted, let me go on ahead and drop this live, and I'm gonna let y'all talk, cause I ain't got nothing else to say, girl. I really don't. Ain't nothing else to say. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Ain't nothing because I'm sick of it at this point. Uh, hold on. No, I don't want to get up there. Well, there go the damn link. Hold on, y'all, because I'm doing this from my phone. So give me a stick.
Oh, I'm here.
What the hell y'all want, child?
Child, First of all, you're not gonna do me like that. All the lemonades I done sent you. We're not gonna do that.
Hey T.
Hey, friend, what's going on, y'all?
Nothing much. Yeah, I
Ch-
just moved to Dallas last week, so yeah,
Oh, I'm in
How
Dallas
you like
too.
it?
I love it. Janae, you in Dallas? Girl,
Yes,
come
ma'am,
on.
I sure am.
I'm gonna come meet up with you.
We gonna have to do something, child, because my mother-in-law, she's staying on Cliff, so
Oh yeah, definitely. Kaylani, come get your money. Get your
Oh,
$2. I'm gonna keep
they
it.
need to stop. They need to stop playing with your lives, T, because they be playing with Scotty's lives too. And I ain't never seen any of, as you say, the Caucasian content creators complain about that. FYI.
at all.
And
I
also
just
this
want to
harlot,
keep
I'm
playing
so
it. I'm
tired
a
of her.
student.
I'm so tired of this
Not
harlot.
you
Like,
tired
it's
of
like,
it.
girl, it's like, you know how when you play kickball and you the last child that gets picked for kickball, or if you
She was
don't get
last pick
kicked
for
for,
dodgeball too.
thank you. And it's like, girl, the man is divorced and he still does not want you. You keep putting yourself and compromising positions to where you look stupid. Every
Very.
time you open your mouth, every time when you talk, you keep telling on yourself. It's like, girl, and why are you watching a tape of supposedly The man you claim was yours, that was never yours, screwing his wife. I'm confused. Please make it make
Mm.
sense.
I just want to know that too, because I didn't know
I
that
mean,
she
was they
actually did
watching it
watch it.
together? I'm confused because it sounds like to me she want Mel versus him.
Or
You
she was
think
trying to
so?
see. Yes,
She always stalking that lady life.
That's
I would have
true.
pulled up on her. If I was male, I would have just. It ain't no pull up or shut up. I'm pulling up on you. I'm sick and tired of your ass. I'm just gonna pull up on you like I did the last time,
And the
and
only
it's
thing
gonna be TMZ there.
right, and the only thing that she punched is the hot air that came out her mouth. She didn't pop Melanie. Stop.
Yeah, I saw that. When she got up there and talk about something, she popped her and she did this and she did that. I said, girl, when?
The only thing
In her
she need to pop
dreams,
open is some edge control for them edges that she really ain't got. Stop.
or birth
Quit.
control pills.
She need to do. How about not mess with married men? Like Nene
How
said,
about she
close
just
your
pop a
legs to
plan
married
B?
men.
Just pop a plan B. That's it and that's all. We just gonna tell her how it is. She needs to pop a plan B. She needs to stop being the side dish and be the main dish. Find you a man that ain't got no baggage, and if he got some baggage, make sure it's a little duffel bag that you could carry on to the airplane or whatever. Stop being the daggone rag for. I ain't gonna say the word because I got 3 kids in front of me, but you know what I'm saying. I gotta edit myself right now. She needs to stop being that type of rag and just be a woman, raise them kids correctly, sitting up here in the video talking about some yes ma'am. You supposed to say yes ma'am. You know that child ain't never say yes ma'am a day in his life. He probably don't even call you mama. He probably call you coleslaw, green beans, macaroni and cheese. Nobody ain't even gonna do macaroni and cheese
I,
like
I'm
that.
I'm confused. She showed a video of herself cooking side dishes. You ain't got a main course?
Because that's what she is.
And then what bothers me too, why are you talking about Mel's kids? Shouldn't you be
Right.
focused on your two? And how about you go
Right.
back to nursing school? Let's do that. How come we don't talk about that?
Child, let's be honest. She didn't drop out no nursing school. They put out because she's so stupid. I'm just saying, they put out. They put out.
so
We
let
just
me
gonna be honest.
so let me ask y'all this. Do y'all believe that there was actually a scheme and a plot to put out a sex tape? Or do y'all believe that was just something that they did or came up with because Leisha Suit was just upset with Mel?
I think he did that for both, actually,
Me
because he's
too.
petty like that. Look how he talked to Mel when they was going through the divorce on camera. Then also look how he addressed the side chick peasant on camera.
Yeah.
So I would not put it past Martell to do some effery like that.
Mm,
Cause like you said, he's a F boy and that's what F boys do.
mm.
He
Exactly.
mad
In
because
the
when
leisure
Mel
suit.
left, the money left. Understand?
The well dried up. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
He
starting to believe it because I was the main one that was like, no. I mean, just because he did what he did, I'm sure he got some coin, but I'm starting to believe it because he finna get put out his house. So
T.
it's like, how can you
oh
let
my.
that happen?
T. How you believe this man got some coin and he couldn't even spell California A correctly on that wine bottle?
Oh
I
dear
just want to know
God.
how you
Oh
think
dear
he got some
God.
coin.
Oh dear God. I'm dead.
I just want to know. And I'm from California, but I got tired of them. But anyways, how you think this man got some coin and he can't spell California A? I just want to know.
You know, listen, I was trying to get him to benefit because he's a man. So I've always just felt like, no, I'm sure he got
That
something
he wouldn't
riding him.
stoop that low. Right.
Right.
T. Now we're gonna try this again because you just said the wrong. He is a what? Because you always called him a FN in a leisure suit. That ain't no man. I'm sorry. We just gonna be honest. He ain't no type of man. That is, you know what? That is a little boy trapped in a grown man's body, taking up space, and is a waste
And
of life.
suits
We
that
just
don't
gonna be
fit.
honest. And yeah, and suits that show don't fit with them nut huggers
He
on. I'm
tried to
See,
trying to
make
think
it
the
if
look
his name is
problem
Sugar
masculine too.
Britches Sue.
the problem is that he didn't think Mel would ever leave. He didn't think Mel had the
Yeah,
balls to leave. And when
I
she
agree.
left, okay, now he's like, okay, now what do I do? Number one. And number two, the side chick was pissed because he didn't choose her.
Yep.
Meaning, if
Yeah.
Mel had not filed for the divorce, he would still be with Mel now. And she would still be what she is. Okay? Store bought
Oh,
coleslaw with no flavor.
so to clarify, let me stop. I was about to pull a Nene. So to clarify, DJ Tracy was in the room. Never mind. No, but since you have brought it up, since you say the Diaga is gold, and you got the picture, friend, let us see. Don't be looking
I,
innocent. Don't be looking innocent.
I mean, listen, y'all know how I am. Listen, I'm all for the shits, but I do believe in integrity. But
He ain't
but
got none.
I, I get that, but y'all know how it is. Like I don't even want to get trouble. Listen, my whole thing is though, even with that, I don't care how good the dick is. At the end of the day, I just feel like you're a woman. Not only are you a woman, you're the mother of this man's child. And it's just like if he doesn't even have enough respect for you to keep you up out of the foolishness, why is you still sitting around here trying to protect him at all costs?
Like,
Because
why
that's
is
the
she?
way it seems to me. To me, it just feels like she was just willing to protect him, and then all of a sudden, when he didn't, she was just like, "Well, I'm gonna just put him out on blast." But I mean, at the end of the day, you really can't because you was gonna help him
You was part of
put
the
this
scheme, boo
damn
boo.
case out.
Right. She too busy running around playing Captain Save a hoe when she the hoe that needs to be saved.
Mhm. But she don't want to be saved, in my opinion.
No, because it's cute sleeping with somebody else's man. See, but after a while, now you over here and everybody's dragging you for the filth and you in your feelings because everybody keep talking about you about how stupid you are because you kept messing with this lady husband. And even after he called you a peasant on national television, I was going to drop the F-bomb, but I can't do that. Now that this man done called you a peasant, not once, but twice, because remember they brought it up at the reunion,
It is.
you still let this man lay with you. I don't understand how many disrespectful things does this man have to do to you for you to get like, hey, he don't even want you. And then he's running around with she can't pay or she by fraud,
No,
whichever you want to call her.
with your
Okay,
chateau.
claiming her, but not claiming you. And you've been this man's
Right.
mistress for what? Almost 8, 9, 12, 10, whatever, how many years? I don't care, but you know,
About, about,
so
yeah.
it's like, girl, like you knew he was married before you pulled your drawers down. You knew he was married
Oh,
after you pulled your drawers down. You still
all
slept
right.
with this man unprotected, got pregnant multiple times, and then now you mad because he won't wife you. Girl, he won't wife you because he don't respect you. What you did to get him, he keeps that in the back of his mind. Like, okay, if I marry this girl, she gonna do the same thing with me that I did to get her. He is never gonna wife you, boo boo. You're not wifey
He ain't.
material.
Mm-mm.
Never.
Mm-mm.
So get
He
you a
ain't
hot
gonna never
comb
say,
from
"Will
Target
you
that's
be
on
my
sale.
wife?" Oh
Get you
no.
a hot comb at Target that's on sale. Get them edges. Do that hair. Okay. Stop giving your children popsicles early in the morning. Stop
Get
doing these
Invisalign to
crazy
fix that mouth.
videos and get your life together and raise your damn kids. Do what you're supposed to do as a woman. Don't depend on no man. Take your ass back to school. Get your degree. That way, when you in a situation like this, you have your own coin.
I agree.
Yeah, cause that boutique ain't selling nothing.
We ain't learned nothing from watching Bernadine. How many years?
Whew.
Man had a whole venue.
Okay. Period,
Mm,
friend. And
So
What did
Bernadine, the
what did
blueprint, because that's my
what did
bitch. I
Medea
live
say?
for Bernadine.
What did Medea say? Too busy out shopping at home checking D's? Because clearly he wasn't checking D's
Point
because
blank.
everything was in Mel's name. Mel took everything, and I love
everything.
it. I love it.
Oh, on the
Now
next year,
you,
I ain't never heard her talk. I gotta hear her.
oh
so now
so
you sitting here and you judging Mel, but look at you. You
As
you
if
ain't
she
doing nothing.
could. Right. As if she could. She can never judge Mel at all because Mel was the wife.
Thank you.
Mel was what she wanted to be.
Okay.
Yep.
It will never be.
Period.
so can I?
Like I
I'm gonna
said,
say
she just
this.
that towel that's sitting up on top of the shower, just being used whenever he get done with it. I'm just gonna say that as that. We're gonna leave it at
Look,
that.
I'm gonna say this, and y'all just hear me out, right? But is coleslaw
Okay.
not the correct wife for Martell? I feel like that's
No.
the correct marriage. I really do. She
No.
is exactly who he needs.
I see what you're saying. They both snakes, so let snakes be together.
I mean, I don't understand. So I don't see the problem with them two. Yes,
I
absolutely.
mean,
That's the person you should be with. The two of y'all
just because
together. Y'all
I'm
equally
saying,
yoked.
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, just because they both lack in vertebrae don't mean they're equally yoked. One is stupid and ain't got no degree, and the other one can't pass an open book test. That don't mean nothing.
Sounds about the same to me.
I can't marry somebody that's the same as me. I got to marry somebody that at least got a 5 year plan. Got goals in their life. Don't want to sit up here and open their legs, marry man. I'm just saying. Now that's
Okay.
what Nene should say that too. Close
I'm
your
so
legs to
done.
marry man, trash box. I'm just saying. I just gotta keep it real. Like,
So I have to ask again for the members only. T, if Martell released the tape of Melody, could you then give us the pictures you have, Martell? Just show us. Just
I
flash
damn
me
sure
real quick.
will. I damn sure will. If he was to
okay,
ever have
because
done
that's
that,
all I want
then
to.
I feel like I'm in all rights to just go on ahead and post what the gay boy sent me about Martell's Jack profile and so on and so forth. Yeah, he sent me all of that. So if he was to do that, then yeah, because then it's fair game. If he ever was to do that to the mother of his 4 children, oh, absolutely, yes, I would, and get mad with me because I don't care.
Oh no, we wouldn't be mad at you because we've been trying
No,
to
I
get it
wouldn't be
with for
mad either
nothing. So you know,
Right.
for the past year. Ever since I found out you had the picture, I just see if it's worth all of that. No, and all the stuff that she's doing. Like I said, she needs to go on ahead and call Smile Direct Club and get them Invisalign to get that crocodile mouth fixed because she looked like the crocodile from Peter Pan. We just gonna be honest. Get that mouth fixed and stop coming on these lives looking the way that you do. Get some baby
She
don't
need
be
to get that
bald
hair
and fix your
fixed.
edges. And you
Look,
look here, look here. I know some people that got flat irons for sale and everything online. Miss Curry, and I don't even understand why you named after a whole food group. Oh,
Ooh,
what happened? Can y'all hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, T is the one that's going out there. You know what, YouTube? Y'all about to work my last reserve nerve. Stop doing this to the black folks. We don't see this happening to the unseasoned people. So why you doing it
So
to the
T,
people that use seasoning for stuff?
my question is, does she really understand what a two-parent household is now?
No.
My bad. What you said, baby?
So does she understand what a two-parent household is now?
I told you no.
I, she ain't understand it the first time, to my understanding, because the people kept reading her down about not understanding what what a two-parent household is. I doubt it.
I just want to know where her mama at, because her mama normally be up in Scotty Live sitting up there saying we need to protect her and everything. Because her mama really do
She
her
needs
name
to
is
Hold up,
protect
Scotty.
herself.
hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Her mama pulled up in Scotty's chat. When?
That's what we call her. We call her mama because she be like, you guys need to give
Oh, I know
Ariana
who
some
you talking
grace.
about. What they
Okay.
talking about? We need to show her grace. The only grace that she needs to be shown, okay, is I can't say that on here.
Yes,
Jesus.
yeah.
What I will say is this. She does get up on here and in Scotty's chats and she be trying to tell us that we need to bring her up as a woman and respect her as a woman. First of all, I respect no woman who will willingly lay with somebody else's husband and intentionally get pregnant out of
Hmm.
spite. I will never respect a bitch
Hmm.
like that. Sorry, no, not now or ever.
I
I know
agree.
exactly who you talking about, Miss Catherine, because she do
Yeah, her
when we
name is
be up in the
D.
live with Scotty's chat, she be coming up there. I guess she part of the side chick patrol or the side chick head corporation. Okay, she be advocate for side chicks, and that's
And
fine if that's
Prosperity
what you
be going
do.
in on her.
But here's
Prosperity
my
thick
thing
girl
though.
be going in on her.
She do, but here's my thing. If she wants Arian to have grace, she needs to have grace for Mel, the wife.
Right,
Okay, because
right.
you blew up her life. You slept with her husband. So if you want grace, you need to first show grace and understand what it means to have grace. Because if you had
Hmm.
grace, you wouldn't have slept with somebody else's husband. And
That
then
child
her
don't
Hmm.
even know how to
supposedly
spell
trying to put
grapes.
stuff out about the Scots. It's like, girl, now you trying to tell on everybody because you got exposed. You exposed yourself.
Well,
Don't you
listen,
better
that's
you
the
better leave
same
your husband
thing.
alone.
That's the same thing Leisure Suit did. He did that all through the third season. When he got exposed, he tried to expose Marceau, Maurice, Chris Fletcher. He was exposing everybody. And I said the same thing then. I said, nah, this is on you. Focus
Right,
on you. You trying to
right.
bring in everybody else, but ain't nothing came out on them. It's all evidence on you. Focus
You
on that.
dry
Mm-hmm.
snitching. How
Yep.
you gonna dry snitch on somebody because you got caught?
Yep.
But
So let
I
me
do.
ask y'all this.
Mm-hmm.
Because of which, and I'm just asking, I ain't bringing nothing up because she my friend now. But because of which, do y'all feel as though Mel did try to, well, do y'all feel as though Mel tried to, I'm not going to say ruin the Scots marriage. I'm going to say, do y'all feel as though Mel tried to warn Tisha
I
about
do.
what
I
could be
do.
going on with Marcel?
I
I
do
always felt
because
like that.
I feel like it's two sides of the coin. And the reason why I say it's two sides of the coin because Tisha was running around talking about, oh, my marriage is this and my marriage is that. And Mel is like, are you sure? At first, I thought she was trying to, throw shade, but then I'm like, nah, she trying to keep Tisha from going through what she went through. Because as a woman, I would want like T, if you saw my husband doing something he ain't had no business, and you caught him, I
Mhm.
want you to be like, friend, I got pictures. This is that, this is this. I caught him.
Yep,
You know
Mhm.
what I
I would
mean?
sit up here and say the same thing. I would. If you
So
see something, say something. Why you just now saying something in the midst of us arguing? You should have said this before then, before we got into an argument.
I agree because
That's
now
how
it looks messy.
it does. So I feel like she was trying to warn her, but I felt like she was also trying to be messy too. Because you should have said this prior to this conversation, this sat down that we didn't have. Now I gotta sit down and cuss him out and go upside his head for sitting up here for you bringing this information up to me, and then when I go upside your head for bringing it up to me later on down the road just to be messy. So yeah, no, if you see something, you should have said it right then and there. That's how I feel. So now, yeah,
I agree because I think Kiki know the real, and Tisha trying to keep
Mhm.
Kiki from opening her mouth because I think she
Mhm.
told Kiki some stuff off camera that she don't
Mhm.
want people to know. Because everybody has that close cousin that's like a brother or a sister, and everybody has that one family member that they confide in and they tell stuff to. And I think Kiki was that girl before she flicked the drink in her face. But I do
that's why
think
Scotty gonna watch it again.
yep, that's what's I do think that when Mel was initially trying to tell Tisha what she told her, at first it came off messy, but then it's like, okay, I don't want this woman to suffer the same embarrassment. Because I mean, here Mel again on camera talking about, well, Tisha ain't gonna be blasey blasey when she leave your ass. So obviously there's some receipts or something somewhere, and I'm just waiting to see. Because here's the
Me
thing:
too.
the question is, what your sister wife gonna do? Is she gonna stay with hubby? Or she gonna leave hubby? What she gonna do?
She gonna say with her, but she ain't got nothing to fall back on, like just like stupid ass Arion. But see, the difference is,
Teacher got the ring.
yeah, Tisha got the ring. That's the only difference. And the four
I,
kids.
I, for me, I'm holding out for Tisha because I do feel like if there was like some, because see, Tisha's the type of person that need evidence, even though it's
Right.
in her face, she never gonna see it. So I feel as though if somebody really brought on like some tangible, hardcore evidence that he can't talk his way out of, I do feel like she would probably be like, yeah, you just like your homeboy, and I'm not about to go through. That's just how I feel. Not because I'm a Scot or anything like that. I just feel as though, as a woman, that's what I would do. If you bring on some hardcore evidence that he can't, you know what I'm saying, come
I'm
out
giving it
of,
to my lawyer.
yeah. But
I
people
agree with
don't
you.
feel that way. People do feel like even if she was to have found out, people still feel like she's just gonna work it out with him. And if she wanted to do that, I mean, I
That's her prerogative.
guess, Right.
That's a prerogative, but see, if she worked everything out with him, I would draw up a new marriage contract. If this happens ever again, guess what?
That
I'm
you gonna pay
taking
me my
three quarters
ducats is
of
what
Period.
you gonna
everything.
do. Exactly.
Yep.
I'm taking three quarters, not half,
L-
not a
Look,
third, but
because
three quarters.
in Catherine Zeta Jones's prenuptial with Michael Douglas, she put a clause in there that if he cheats, she get paid.
I know that's
That's
right,
smart.
friend.
That's
I know that's right, friend. I ain't even
look, I ain't mad at it either. That kind of money, you better. That's crazy. Like I honestly I hope I'm really like I'm concerned about her mental health for real though.
mad.
Side chick's mental health because it's like she keeps doing things and they're like red flags that she's not right. And it's like
Girl,
somebody
they be
needs
on
to pull her
red.
to the
They be
side
on
and
red.
somebody need and like T said, I'm tired of people saying that she was young. She was not young. She was grown.
Mhm,
She
mhm.
understood what she was doing when she went to that barbecue and first hooked. First of all, what kind of family member is that? Because if I'm at a barbecue, okay, and I see my cousin's husband or somebody else's husband that's not supposed to be talking to a bitch that they not supposed to be talking to, I'm going over there and be like, hey, so
Period.
yeah, where your wife at? You want me to go fix her a plate so you
Period.
can take it to go? You know, I'm
Period.
messy like that. So, I don't play them kind of games. Nope.
Yeah, what it must have been Leisure Suit's family member, and that's why they was just like,
hmm
okay.
And that's why they didn't
But
say
even
nothing.
with that, yeah, but you know what? Even with that, like, see me, even if it's my family, they rock with the brother-in-laws, the sister-in-laws, or whatever. So if it was my family, they'd be like, nigga, who the hell is this bitch? Who the hell is this
Exactly.
nigga? That's what they
Right.
would do.
Because I
That's
had to
Well,
do that
how
maybe
at
I
a
none of
am.
family
them like
cookout
Melly.
once. I had to do that once. I was
Maybe none
like,
of them like Melly.
a family member was talking to somebody and I felt like they were being a little too inappropriate with their conversation and I knew they was married and their significant other wasn't there. So I grabbed my drink and I walked all the way over there. I was like, hey, so is your wife working today? Oh, tell her I said, hey.
Bathroom.
But you have to do stuff like that because everybody else was standing around and didn't nobody say nothing. And I'm just like, it's not even going down like that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. So let me ask y'all this: in
Huh?
the next season, we see where Kiki throws a drink on Letitia.
Oh, he
Now the
got
people
beat
is
down.
saying, yeah. Now the people is saying in that scene she was about to like name drop some people that Marcel may have been messing with, or she was telling Tisha, "Hey, your
Mm.
husband doing this, that, and this, blah, 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 blah." And then she threw the drink. So my question to y'all is: do y'all think Kiki honestly knows more about the people that Marcel has been with, or not?
Yes.
Yes,
But see,
a
that's
hundred
weird to
percent.
me because my thing is that's your wife's cousin. So who would you be messing with that's connected to your wife that's connected to your wife's cousin that she can go back and tell some shit like that to? Because for me, from season one to now, people have been swearing up and down that Marceau has had all these women, but it's never been no evidence, and no woman has ever really came out with nothing and no tangible evidence.
He
So
made them
with
sign an
that being the
NDA.
case, you think so?
He made them sign an NDA, and they stupid for doing it. Because if it had been me, I wouldn't be signing nothing. I would have put Donald Duck at the bottom of that signature. Quack quack. I wouldn't have put nothing. I would not. My name would not have been on nothing. I'm gonna extort. I'm gonna expose you for the dog that you is, and you need. I'm gonna have pictures. I'm gonna have recordings. I'm gonna have all that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. He made them sign the NDA. He don't want to lose light,
I,
as you like to call it.
I mean, T, look at it this way. Put it at this perspective. When Marceau was, what did they say when they were on that trip and supposedly Maurice was accused with being with the linebacker or whatever the case may be? Okay. Do you really think Marceau was excuse me, do you really think that Martel was the only one creeping with his side chick and the rest of them was just sitting around smoking cigars and talking about life?
Nope.
Okay, you want me to be honest?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, honestly, no shade, husband, because you know I lay you down. But being the fact that I am a gay man and I know how men do, it is a little hard for me to believe that he's doing something and he brings her and he tells her, well, I'm here with my two boys, so if you got friends or whatever, da 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 da. That's really what I think happened.
That's what
No
I think
shame or
too.
so, but I just because I am a man still at the end of the day, and I know how it is. If they know that you're doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing, but y'all are out of town, and then she's coming, it's not hard for me to think that he'll be like, well, if you got two friends, my two homeboys is here, so what's up? It's not hard for
Right.
me to think
Right,
that. No shade.
right.
But like I said, I think an NDA was involved in that because I think a few of us might have watched Married to Medicine when Simone was like, "These women are after you." When Simone was hollering at all them men, "You men need to." She was doing all of that. I feel like Maurice is a lawyer, like they like to call him. He a lawyer, and he sat up here and had them help sign an NDA for him and his brother. He ain't do nothing about Martell because Martell is already out in the open, been caught. But he don't want himself nor his brother to be caught since Maurice is the oldest, apparently. But
But
Marceau looked like the oldest. I said it.
but my
And
issue is
and me too,
this.
friend.
But my issue is this. Tisha don't want nobody to talk about her marriage and all this other stuff. But you had plenty to say about Mel and Martell when they was going through their stuff at the reunion, talking about the cars and everything else. But when somebody put stuff about your husband and you want everybody to be quiet and don't say nothing. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you gonna talk about somebody else's marriage, be prepared for somebody to talk about yours.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
Now,
I
do
do
I
agree.
agree people should be bringing up husbands and kids? No. If you have a beef with me, you keep that beef with me. Don't bring my husband and my children in a situation that ain't got nothing to do with them. If you have an issue with me, direct it to me. Do not bring up my husband and kids. I think
Now
that's
see,
completely unnecessary. And I'm tired of them doing this on these shows, especially black shows. Stop it, stop it,
exactly.
stop it, stop it. It's completely unnecessary. If you haven't, just like when I hate to bring this up, but remember when Kenya first got married and Kim straight came for her at Nene's house and then she trying
And
to
that's
sit
why
here and play like she
Kenya
didn't
got her
know?
back.
There you go. Now look, now Karma, look at it. She almost lost her house. Her husband and her was supposed to be getting a
Mhm.
divorce, which I think was a fraud and a sham because she tried to get back on Roy because she need them checks because she got gambling debts.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is this: if you so disturbed by black women, why be bothered? Go sit down somewhere.
Right.
You and your wigs that you tried to sell after you had them on your head. Girl, bye. Goodbye.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Sell them. What she
Matter
gonna make
of
off
fact,
them
why
wigs,
don't you go
please?
back to Big Papa? Because he the only one that can afford you.
Ooh, I was saying that same thing when in the chat in the mod chat up on Instagram with Scotty, and then I said, "Oh, she divorced him just to get back with Big Papa because he's the only one that could afford her." I don't understand how you expensive but broke at the same time.
But you know
But
what?
we didn't
Is
went to
this
another show.
comment? Is this comment right here that also makes it hard for me to take up for myself? Because this isn't the first time I heard this that he was given the harlot hush money for
What?
Martell. So that's another thing that makes it hard. And I be trying to take up for my
Well, if
husband so
that's the
bad.
case,
Y'all
she
know I
ain't
do.
hushing. She ain't
All
hushing
right.
a near
She
rest.
damn
If that
sure
was
didn't hush
true,
when she went on
she
Tasha K.
ain't
But I mean,
hush.
what did she really tell on Tasha K? A whole bunch of nothing. You went up in there with that crooked ass bob and you didn't say nothing on her show. Not nothing. That kitchen quick
That
weave you
Bob
had in
was
your
crooked.
head that you went on Tasha K with. Girl, bye. Don't let
That
them do that
reminded
to
me.
your head no more. Don't let them do that
That
to your head
reminded me
no
of
more.
Tammy's Bob when she first got on Basketball Wives. That was Tammy. That was
Okay.
Tammy's wig. She was
No,
wearing.
Tammy's bob look better than that. I'm sorry.
No. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Don't
Tammy,
y'all
I
do
love you.
Tammy
I
like
love you
that.
down. Tammy, I love you down. But baby, that Bob was ugly on your first season of Basketball Wives.
I just feel like when
Well, let me.
people
Oh,
My bad. My bad. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying, boo.
Oh, what I was saying is, I feel like it's toxic when you feel that you have nothing better to do than to disrupt people's families. And here's the thing: do I feel that Ariane should get the heat she's getting? Of course, but Martell needs to get it the most. because
I
Martell
agree.
made promises to Melody, not her.
Hmm.
But I'm not saying let her get away with what she did, because she knew exactly what she was doing when she did it. And she did it out of spite because she wanted Mel's spot. And because she didn't get Mel's spot, she's still coming for Mel. It's like, girl, I done left the man. I took my cheering. I don't even want his last name. I took my cheering. Okay. I did what I needed to do. Now he's free to be with you. And clearly he's not choosing you. So clearly there's something about you that he don't want. Move on.
I
Be with
agree.
somebody that's going to respect you and raise your kids. Like, be with somebody that's going to love you and love your kids. Because look at all the stuff that Martell has done to Mel. Like trying to go after her kids, trying to go after her money, trying to keep her from getting her belongings out of the house. He's not so much mad, okay, that Mel didn't want to be with him no more. He's mad because she actually divorced and left him.
He's mad
Like
because she
he
got
could,
the money.
and she got the money, and she got, because pretty much she made him look like a fool. Everybody thought he was the man running around here. Everybody thought he was the brains of the operation. But little did they know it was a strong, beautiful black woman that was holding him up. Facts. I
And
I can
that's
mean,
what
agree.
I don't get. That's what I don't get. Mel, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I'm gonna come at your throat for this. You knew that he was a in a leisure suit, is what I like to call my a few of my exes. I got one that's a bald headed barber, and I call him an FN in a leisure suit as well. Um, but Mel, I'm gonna come at your throat. You knew when the first time he was cheating, you should have bounced in after them first three kids. Now wait till you got pregnant with Sugar Mama, and then divorce his monkey ass. I'm just saying, over there looking like a chimpanzee, swelled up.
Listen,
He looked like
I'm
Darling from
glad you said it.
Wild Thornberries.
I'm
I'm
glad
sorry.
you said it, cause listen, I'm glad you said it, friend. Cause when I said it, I was a hater that want her life, and I'm just jealous cause I'm gay. So I'm glad you said it, friend, cause that was the same thing I said. But let me ask y'all this though, since we talking about this, let me ask y'all this: with everything that's going on, do y'all feel like eventually maybe things could get not even better, but I between Melody and Leisure Suit as far as the kids go?
yes,
No,
I think there could be a positive co-parenting situation in the future once he realizes, okay, there's not a snowball chance in hell that Melody Mel will take him back. Because I think he thinks in his mind he still got a chance. And it's like, once you realize it's all about the kids and we need to focus on having a healthy dynamic for our kids, then everything will be fine between the two of them. I think I don't want to say never, but I do think that there is a chance. But then also, I have to agree with Miss Catherine. There may not be a chance because look how
it's
he's
too far
acting and look
gone.
at all the things that he's doing.
It's too far gone. After you done
There's
sat
been
up there and
a
threatened
lot of
with
toxicity back and forth on both sides, not just
on
one.
both sides. But
And
after the whole threat of releasing revenge P on me, I didn't mean to say it like that. But after the threat of a revenge P tape, yeah, absolutely not. Nope. And then my kids gotta if my kids find this out on the internet or through third parties from other kids, because you know other kids is rude as I don't know what. No, it's too far gone. It's too far gone. Absolutely not. We just gonna have to meet up at the police station and drop the kids off there. That's how we're gonna have to do it.
but my question is to Arion, you as a woman, why would you do that to another woman? But
Right,
for a man that called you a
right.
peasant on national television, so you're gonna drop a tape on a woman who ain't did nothing to you. You've been coming
Hmm.
at her, attacking her, uh, coming for her name, coming for her kids, coming for stuff that you know you should get your ass popped for.
I
Okay,
would have popped
Hmm.
her.
and my thing is this, you as a woman, why would you do that to another woman? That to me, that's
Hmm.
what's bothering me. Like, I just
Because
feel like
Ariana ain't no woman that I keep trying to tell y'all that is the dodo. That's the extinct dodo bird that we all been saying has been extinct for years. That is a whole ass dodo bird. She ain't know nothing. She's stupid.
she need to go to
She
God is what
don't
she need
view
to do.
herself as a well. God can't help her. I'm sorry. Unless do an exorcism. God said he don't love her no more. He's sitting there down with Lucifer.
Oh
said
my.
it. God,
And
Dear Lord God.
like
Well,
T said. Go ahead, T.
let me ask y'all this. Since y'all up here and we did see the mid season trailer, right? And we
yes.
saw at how Kiki threw tossed the drink in Tisha's face.
Ah,
Now I saw a
Mhm.
lot of content creators who feel like Tisha as well as Marceau is using or exploiting Kiki's addiction for
yes.
TV. And a
For a
lot
That's
of
what I'm
them
storyline,
saying.
feels as
yes.
though, yeah, and a lot of them feels as though it's wrong, it's not right,
I
and
agree.
owned, it's trash for that and blah blah. I was just gonna ask, do y'all agree with that or do y'all feel as though it's just like, nah, because in fairness, Kiki was the one who decided to come up here and let people know about this, that, and the third, and so on and so forth. So, do y'all feel as though that's Owns doing and they're trash for that? Or do y'all feel as though, Marceau and Letitia is trash for trying to use that against Kiki?
I think it's a little bit
Both.
of both too. And also T, I think she pulled a you. Tell your T before somebody tell it for you.
Somebody
So
else
I
Right.
think
telling it.
she knew, like, okay, if I don't tell this, somebody's gonna blast me and then tell a little bit of truth with a whole lot of lies. So it's like
Mm,
you when you have that, and I commend her because that is hard to do, and then do it on camera in front of all these
mm,
people. Like, I respect her for coming clean. What I don't respect is, you throwing a drink in your cousin's face. If
I
y'all
don't
need
either.
if you need to, punks throw drinks, okay? Let's be clear. Like you would say. Okay. And I feel like, okay, if you was that, and and also I think, and I hate to do this to your hubby, but I think that's some punk ass shit. You sitting there saying, "Oh, we need to call the police because two first
I
cousins
agree.
got into it. Let them scrap in
I
the
agree.
yard. Then when somebody get
Hmm.
real hurt, somebody go up in there and break it
Hmm.
up, be like, okay, go sit out somewhere."
Hmm.
Okay, now
Hmm.
I
this
agree.
between Tisha and Kiki have been brewing for a long time, especially when that stuff with Mel in the last reunion in the show and all this other stuff, and then when Kiki and her were, whatever. I feel like the beef between Letitia and Kiki has been brewing for a long time. And my thing is this, if you know that somebody is struggling with their demons, don't exploit them on national television and don't drag them because they're struggling. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, because there's
I
Yep.
a
agree.
lot of stuff that we could say about Marceau that we don't say. You feel what I'm saying? And so for
Like them
him to
teeth
keep
is
calling her
struggling and that gut is
a
struggling.
druggie, that's not cool. Like, that's regardless of how you feel, that's your wife's family. Okay, you
Exactly.
can't drag family. That's wrong. Now, Kiki's wrong too. Okay, you can't fight fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be throwing drinks and stuff on people and then not expect to not have repercussions behind it. You know what I'm saying? I thought Tisha was gonna get
Mm,
up and pop her. That's what I thought. But here
I
Marcel in
did
the
me too.
too.
background talking about the police, 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 and I'm just like, for what? For a drink? They gonna laugh at you when they have to come out there. They may not even come out there. The dispatcher might be like, "Okay, sir, really? Huh? That's your emergency? Okay."
Right.
I said
I
the
heard.
same thing. I didn't understand the reason is for him to talk about something called the police. I said the same thing in my live. I said they're first cousins. Just let them
Yep.
scrap it out for about 30 seconds and then it's over with.
Hmm.
That's what you do. You don't call the
Absolutely.
police.
Not even for
Thank
30
you.
seconds. All I need is a whole. All I need is a whole 10 seconds. The chair would have went across that damn face. Don't have no damn drink
Look,
on me. My
I
cousins would know
want
better
I
than what to
want
come to
Tisha.
me.
I want Tisha and Mel to work out their issues off camera, and I
Me
want
too.
Tisha and Kiki to work their issues off camera because
Me
it's
too.
really not that deep to where they can't fix it. But I feel like with this drink incident, it might make things a lot worse because Miss Wanda gonna get in it, right? Then her sister
Oh,
gonna get
child.
in it, and then it's gonna be a
Right.
whole thing. So it's like, let's
Right.
fix this before it even gets to that level, so parents don't get involved. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really would hope that Tisha and Kiki could work their stuff out. But the problem is, I think Kiki knows Marceau's dirt, and I feel like Kiki is conflicted because she wants to protect her cousin, but then she don't want to hurt her cousin at the same time by telling secrets. So it's kind of
She ain't
like,
never hurt her by telling secrets. She could just physically hurt her. Just beat her ass one good time. You don't throw no drinks. I'm sorry.
but you see what I'm saying though, T? It's like, okay, if I know my cousin's husband is cheating on her or whatever or allegedly, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may
Mhm.
be. It's like, come on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and let this dude hurt my cousin. It's not happening. I
So,
don't
do
care how
y'all
long they've
agree
been
with the
married.
comment that I just posted? Do y'all feel as
No,
though
because
Tisha made
we
it okay for Marceau to say that?
no,
Yeah,
because we already see how Marcel is. Because when it comes to what Tisha already said, I'm not finna allow you. When it came to the whole Stormy situation on $100, I don't support that shit. I don't feel like it's okay for you to say that. She said that to him, so I don't feel like she made it okay. Marcel gonna do whatever what Marcel wanna do. We just all gonna see. We
but he
see it
didn't
how
have
it
the
is.
same energy towards the situation when Mel and them got into it at Destiny's whatchamacallit. He didn't have that energy calling the police then. So why have it
No, he
now?
wanted to
Because it's
fight.
Kiki.
Oh, because here's the thing. Here's my thing. Here's my thing when it comes to Kiki, because he said call the police and have her tested. I heard what he said. Have her tested. Make sure
Wow.
that that's what he said.
Oh
Call
my,
the
I didn't
police and
hear
have her
that.
tested.
I'm gonna have
I
to
heard
watch
that
that
part.
again.
I heard that part several times. I said, "Let me rewatch that. Why are you calling the police?" He said, "I'll call the police and have her texted for drugs since she threw that drink." That's what he said. So he thinking she on them drugs because she threw that drink, and that's when Kiki went off and everything. Said, "Do it then, bitch. Do it." Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't feel like Tisha made it okay for Marceau to say that. Marceau says whatever he wants to say. He does whatever he wants to do. Tisha ain't got no control over that raggedy man. I'm sorry, Terrence. That's your husband. That's my brother-in-law, all that. But at the end of the day, that man ragged me for that, and I wish he would. I wish my husband would say something about my family members like that on national TV. And I'm a cake. Look, you got to live with me. You got to sleep with me on a daily basis. Don't talk about my family like that. Otherwise, I'm gonna bust your head to bite me. That's how I am.
Ooh.
Let
I
me
agree
talk
with
about my
what this
family.
person
You
just
don't talk
said.
about
He
my
didn't.
family.
I agree with this person just said that he didn't have that energy when Kiki's husband was president. Show didn't.
Mm-mm,
Yeah, he really didn't. No shade,
he
hubby, but you
didn't.
did
No
that.
shade, but
You
it's
didn't.
facts. But do you see the toxicity from both shows, from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Detroit, and it's always a Martell Jr., a Marceau Jr., a Maurice Jr. Okay, you got all these people, these male chauvinistic looking dudes disrespecting their wives, getting in women business. If first of all, my husband, he Mexican, right? So he's very
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
machismo, right? If he sees two women addressing each other, he's not gonna jump in the fight between me and this woman. Now, if another man comes and addresses me, he gonna be like, "Hold up, this one right
Hold
here,
up,
you're not
partner.
gonna do that. You're not gonna do that with this one here." You know what I'm saying? So it's like when women are having a mutual disagreement once another, why can't the husbands just stay out of it and let the women handle it?
And I'm
Mm.
gonna say something with this with Kia because, and y'all again, hub and I love you down. But I'm gonna be honest. I am gonna be honest.
But you can
I
be honest.
understood Stormy's position with that
Right.
situation.
I do too.
Because yeah, while a lot of people could say, well, Stormy didn't have to take it to that point, and why would she come at Tisha like that and da 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 da? It's like, well, no, why would Tisha send her husband over there to deal with a woman? I
Thank
would have
you.
much rather Tisha had went around there and said, well, no, you're not going around there saying a damn thing to her. If it's that serious to you, you let me handle that. I feel like if Tisha had went over there versus Marceau, it wouldn't have been all of that.
Oh, I
But it's
agree.
another situation where Marceau was coming in no shade, but he was being passive aggressive. He was, and she caught the shade and she let him know straight up. You're not about to do me like you and Martell did Tiffany because you're gonna have to see my husband.
Okay.
I'm not
Yep.
about to sit over here and argue with you about this shit because you can argue with that with my husband. I wasn't mad at what Stormy gave, just like I wasn't mad at when Stormy gave Tisha down to the luncheon that they did with Tiffany and Kimmy. I wasn't mad at that either because, like, a lot of people wanted to get on Stormy neck about that. Now everybody want to take up Fetisha, which is weird for me because it's just like no, like I'm not mad at the way she handled it because in Stormy's defense, it could have been like, well, you knew your husband was coming over there to confront me about some fucking money on the day of. So no, if he
Right,
gonna get it, you gonna get it too because you sitting
right.
around there for
Because
that.
you sent him to me.
That's the way I look.
Exactly.
Right.
hmm But also, T, to piggyback off of what you said with that situation, I kind of agree with Tisha. Like, okay, if I had addressed your husband the way you addressed it mine, and then what did Stormy say? Oh, well, you ain't crazy enough to do something like that. And it's like, girl, follow your dog, number one. And now I agree with you. You don't send a man to address a woman. Tisha should have went over there and say, sis, after the event, can I holler at you about something? And then they could have handled it that way. She didn't have to do what she did. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
I do too. Hey D.
What's good, D?
Piggyback off of what you said, Keisha is a professional victim. She always needs somebody to help her. And how
I
is
used to
you
be like
gonna
that too.
give me a spot and have me pay and then want me to be on the stage as a speaker? You owe me some money. Can't get that. Then you gonna call Mel greedy. What the heck are y'all?
I did again, Marcel. No shade, but I was lost and baffled and confused. I said the same thing. I said, "Well, did y'all ask anybody else for the $100 deposit or whatever the case may be? Like, did y'all make that known to anybody else?" Like, I did. I said the same thing. Now there was people who said that Marceau may have asked other people about it or whatever the case may be. But I was like, I mean, maybe he did, but it's just like, because if this is something that you're really like doing like that, and if y'all are really professional like that, that's something that y'all would tell vendors way beforehand.
Sure.
Not on the day of, after they done set up all their stuff and be like, oh yeah, you got that $100 you owe for the fee. Like that was my thing with
That was tacky. That was tackier than Giselle up on
it.
Potomac. That was super
No, that
tacky.
was
You
tackier than
supposed
her lace fronts. Be real.
oh, yeah, that too in her neck. I'm gonna stop. We not talking about Potomac right now. We're gonna get to them hoes later on.
Hi.
You know what, T? I know this is completely off of subject, but I think it would be really great if you and Scotty would collab and do like drinks with Scotty and T and have just like lives like this and talk about things and then everybody have a drink and talk. I think that would be so
And
cool
invite
if y'all
my
could do that.
ass up here every time because you know me. Invite me and Janae and Tony Norris up here every time because we gonna let
Look,
them
Tony,
folks
Tony
down.
is a mess. But he'll get you right though. He tell it like it is.
And the reason why more souls start saying call the police, Kiki's husband was there. He will run
Yeah.
up to a female, but every time a male is ready to do harm to him, he's like, call the police. You family that old saying my grandmother used to say, turn off the light and call the police.
Oh, I love the fact that people be saying that one about me. Call the police. I ain't nobody scared of the popo. Call the popo ho. Call the popo ho. I ain't scared of no police. I don't care if they
But
do shooting
but
now.
can
All
we
they do
talk
is
about
murder.
how Leisure Suit made a comment about Tisha's body?
Oh,
Oh, child, y'all was weighing me out about that in the comments. Y'all say you not even gonna talk about that. I said, well, what is there to talk about?
You better
Do
watch.
y'all really believe that
watch.
that Martell will really be out here trying to take Marceau's wife?
He's scandalous like that song by Prince. Scandalous.
I ain't gonna say nothing. You see, I'm
But
looking at the Look
his
at the sky.
girlfriend sat there and said he liked pussy.
You breaking up,
I'm,
babe? What you say?
His girlfriend said he likes to have his solid talks. You know, he
I,
like
I I don't. The way I took it, honestly, and I'm being real. The reason why I really didn't harp on it like that is because I honestly just felt like he was giving her a harmless compliment. Like
he
I
has
really
been
don't feel like he want Tisha like that. I just don't.
right.
And look, and
But
how, but
you just never know what a man will do.
if he did want her like that, let's be honest,
he
Tisha.
does
When it comes to
he talk to women
Marceau,
with
Tisha's
himself.
like Ariana. When it comes to Marceau, Tisha's like Ariana. She gonna just stay on the Diaga of Marceau for life.
Just like Destiny is AC. She found a male in her dreams.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. And I hate to bring this up because y'all know Destiny, my friend. But she recently did an interview with Carlos King. And I saw the interview. It was okay. It wasn't bad. But a lot of people felt like she was still using this time to like blame Mel for this or blame Mel for that or so on and so forth. So I want to get y'all opinion on that. If y'all even saw the interview, do y'all feel as though she was still bitter about Mel, or do y'all feel as though she was just answering questions that was asked?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think she was still hurt and angry, and I think also, um, that's just true Carlos being messy. You know,
I'm
he likes
guessing he had
he likes to ask the messy questions.
on her window. Talk about pay me my bread back.
To be honest, I feel like it's a little bit both too. And Destiny is my Taurus sister. You know I'm Taurus all the way down. That's my Taurus sister. But however, I feel like Heifer, you was a little bit bitter about Melody, but you was also answering them questions. I'm gonna
Okay,
need.
got a question for y'all. How you gonna go online and everywhere else talk about me bankrupt? And I got 4 kids, and you gonna ask me for money? You living off of me, and you want me to bring you up when I get up? How is that? Make that make sense?
Come here.
What you say,
You
boo? Because you was
tell
breaking
me
up.
I ain't got no money.
I mean, I don't really. I saw the live and I saw the interview. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna take people's opinions. It's fine, but for me, I just personally felt like she was honestly just answering questions. I mean, and I'm only saying that because I do follow Destiny. She follow me. I follow her. And from what I've been seeing of her lately, she really hasn't discussed the show. She hasn't discussed LMH. She hasn't discussed Melody, Martell, Tisha, none of them. She's just been really doing her own damn thing. So when I saw she did the interview, I was like, okay, well, let's see what she gives. And the first thing I did was read the comments. And from reading the comments, I kind of had a outlook on what the interview was about because everybody's whole thing was she's still bitter. Why you still bringing up Melody? Why you saying this about Melody? Why this and why that? And I was just like, well, let me see the interview for myself. And for me, I just took it as her really answering questions
That
that
she
was
was
asked her.
asking.
Like, right. I don't really feel as though she's wrong for still feeling a way if she feels a way. Now, if you ask her, well, what's this and that? Well, then, yeah, I feel this way about da 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 da. But it wasn't anything that she came up there and was like, well, Carlos, let me tell you this. I feel like da 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 da. That wasn't the case. So when people were still trying to like run down on her, I was like, well, why are y'all mad? I mean, she has the right to feel the way that she feels, and she hasn't said anything. She hasn't. She's
Well,
been quiet, what people wanted
yeah,
her to do, for so long.
Have you learned anything about her in that interview? Did she say
Huh?
anything about herself or what she's doing, really?
I mean,
You,
yeah, for me, he asked what she had going on and different things that she had and so on and so when she talked about her podcast and so like it wasn't all about Melody and it wasn't all about the show. It wasn't all about Martell, but it's like when it came to those points, everybody like felt the way. And I was like, well, why? I mean, she does have a right to her feelings.
I feel if you're
Like so
asked a
it's
question, answer it.
Mhm. Right.
my
I
thing
agree with you, T.
you say that's the boss's favorite, and that's how I get my paycheck. I'm swinging for her. I ain't gonna go against her. This is my job.
Mhm. I don't know. I mean, the biggest question was did he fire her? That was the most biggest question was did he fire her? And I never really felt like he fired her. I just felt like she really wasn't given much, so it really wasn't much reason for her to still be there, honestly.
Because she kept saying contractual disagreement. What
Mhm.
you for more money to do nothing but stand there bug eye? I just didn't understand why she wanted more money.
Child. Hey, butterfly, how you doing, friend?
Fren, how you doing? Finally, you dropped the link.
Child, I know
There's so
you
many
and
times that
Catherine both
you
been getting on me
done
about
a
that.
show.
I've been told you should have did a lit live chat a
Yes,
long
I'm
time
so
ago.
happy you brought the link.
What you got
Oh
to
yeah,
say,
yeah,
friend?
I
Because I
love it,
know you
and I
had a lot
actually
to
like
say,
the subject
child.
too because oh, you know I do. So where we at? We with the Destiny situation.
Yeah, you can start where you want to start, Fred. What you got to say?
Okay, okay, I can start. Okay, I'm gonna start with the revenge porn situation. I don't care about it because this is my take on the situation, right? That situation
Uh,
happened 3 years ago now, if we're going by the timeline. Now, the whole
mm,
thing with that, the so-called revenge it never happened. You understand what I'm saying? And all that
mm,
stuff, all that was brought to the custody court, right? And my thing is, if she was so hurt, if she was so this by that, and he's so doing this and that, she still went on vacation with him after all of
mm,
that happened. You see what I'm saying? She still went on that family vacation with him. What I think triggered her was the fact that he got on a bigger platform and he got on that press run.
uh,
And that really triggered her and pissed her off because she don't think that he should have been able to do that. If you notice, that's why if you notice she put up that meme with him, with him and Carlos being lovers and all of this stuff. And that's the other thing. Like women, he's homophobic. The next minute y'all trying to say he's undercover. Which one is it? It's like this. I feel like this. I feel like she brought up that whole pee porn because she was mad about him being on a bigger platform and getting more exposure and going on that press run. At the end of the day, that thing is 3 years. That situation is 3 years old. They brought all that paperwork to court, and as you can see, the judge called it how it was. She has made things more difficult. She has not been able to let go. She's trying to paint him as this terrorist and bothering her behind the scenes. That revenge points from 3 years ago. I think that whole thing was a setup. Why homegirl come out of nowhere? Who even knew that that girl was that girl's friend? I watched the show. I followed him online. I didn't know that that girl was that girl's friend. How did all this information just seep through and now all of a sudden everybody know all this stuff? And Ariel wasn't even online talking about nobody. Not that girl, not nobody. You see what I'm saying? And the whole reason why she wanted that brought back up and she wanted all this sympathy and payola is because he went on a bigger platform and he went on that press run. And I don't care what nobody's saying. If you think about it, a lot of stuff makes sense now because the story is that they wasn't together when they started filming. You see what I'm saying? They went back together once they got greenlit for the show and they started filming. They was back together because if you notice, everybody kept saying, including them, that they was not supposed to talk about the infidelity. The reason why she couldn't let it go is because they just now got back into the same house for the purpose of the show. Period. That's why it was brought back up. That's why everybody was thrown off when they ended up talking about it. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like he tried to shame him into being faithful, and it backfired and ended up still messing with homegirl, and then turned around and having a baby. So you know what I'm saying? My whole thing with her is she's just as petty and narcissistic as Martell. And like I said, I don't care about the revenge porn because she went on vacation with this man right after all that so-called happened. We both know that divorce was nasty. They both was going back and forth. They both was doing stuff they had no business doing. Period. And that's why I don't care about the revenge porn. Now, moving on to Destiny. These people, I'll give you an example. She's mad because Marcel said something about her business. Oh, black man, always trying to tear down. But you sit online with a man who terrorized, harassed, and stalked Destiny, which is a black woman and is another black man. You had no problem with that. You still sit online with this man to this day, kikiing. So I like at the end of the day, she's a fake victim, and I'm tired of it. I'm honestly tired of it. And I need to leave Destiny alone. If you didn't like Destiny, you didn't have to go over there and watch her interview. If you notice, Carlos was asking her about Melanie. It's not like Destiny came up there, oh, well, let me tell you about Melanie. Carlos was asking her these questions. And if you didn't want to hear it, then you shouldn't have watched it. Period. Y'all terrorized and tore down that lady. And y'all terrorize and tear down everybody but her, and y'all think that's A-okay. And it's not.
First of all, we are allowing everybody to have their opinions who come up here on this chat. Okay, I
Right,
get a
right.
lot of y'all are millimeters, and I respect that. But there are two
Delusional.
sides, and everybody does not have to agree with the one side. All right. So y'all in the chat, get out y'all feelings and get out y'all bad. She has the right to have her opinion. I'm a,
I don't
listen for me, and I'm gonna be
right.
real. I have
Y'all gonna
always
pick
said
me,
that
y'all.
about Melody
Y'all
too.
gonna be a pick.
I have.
I don't
I've
care.
always said that about Melody too. I have felt like she does also have narcissistic ways. I have said that. Y'all have heard me say that. Y'all have
But that's
also
all
heard me say that
Scorpios.
I felt as though, right. And I've always said that I felt like she has done tit for tat with him too. I have said that too. You know what I'm saying? I have. I'm not gonna get over here and get on my high horse and act like I know. Y'all know I have. That's why the people don't like me now. You
And
Mhm.
understand?
right
So
on the
just give people the chance to have their own opinion. We ain't all got to agree.
is on reunion
No,
port.
that's the thing. Her fans are just like her. They like to gaslight you and make you seem like you're delusional. I've been watching it just as long as everybody else. I've been watching the mess on social media as long as everybody else. And like at the end of the day, it is what it is. Everybody's not gonna kiss her behind. Everybody is not gonna over sympathize with her. She's not the first woman to get cheated on. So because she got cheated on, I'm supposed to overlook her nasty, conniving, sneaky ways? No, I'm not gonna do that.
And she does have those from time to
So
time. I have said that too.
that kid Silver might take it out on the rest of the cast members. They wasn't terrorizing her. They was going back and forth. She sat on national TV and accused that woman of having her husband of having 20 freaking different women and all this other stuff.
Portel
Yeah, it
with
was tit for tat with everybody in that cast. No, they both did. It was tit for tat on that cast with everybody.
Portel
She took out her
said
anger
that.
from Marcel on the rest of the cast members. So Letitia was supposed to sit up there and keep being people's punching bag? No, no.
What is she supposed to do when they was having the anniversary? She asked how you survived a husband cheating on you. Male supposed to sit there and
She
smile
answered
at.
it, right? Right. Why did she get mad at that though? She asked her a legit question. Why would you take that personal if that's what your husband did? That was her coming down on thing? No, that was not. That was
Was
not.
of them
Come on
against one
now.
person because they was Mortel's friend.
No, it wasn't all of them against no one person. That one person was dishing it just as well as they was giving it. She was dishing it just as well they was giving it. They was giving it. She said stuff about Letitia's marriage, so Letitia hit her back. Come on now. And that's the thing
Somebody
that kills me with the
Well,
delusion.
fight you and sit
well,
there and
I'm
No.
take it.
well. I'm glad you said that, friend, because I asked them this, so I'm gonna ask you this, since you feel strongly about it. Do you feel as though Melody was trying her best to ruin Tisha's and Marcel's
Yes,
relationship, or do
yes,
you
she
feel as though
should.
she
She
was trying
should.
to warn her
If
about
you,
what her husband had going on?
I'm
Right
gonna be
along with hers.
No, I believe that she was trying her best to ruin it. Misery loves company. Melanie, she is miserable. She was miserable. She was mad because they didn't choose a side. She wanted everybody to choose a side. Because they didn't choose a side, she decided to get angry at them too and start targeting them too. She's still trying to ruin Tisha's marriage. You see in the mid-season trailer, oh, I'm not crying. I'm not, just like Tisha ain't gonna cry when she leave you. Who said Tisha's leaving her husband? And even the episode when they all sat down, when Destiny was still on the show and they sat down for that Valentine's thing that Kimmy threw together. Tisha's like, where's the
Mm.
evidence? She gonna tell Tisha to look on YouTube. Why is Tisha looking on YouTube if y'all live in the same town? Why does she gotta look on YouTube for the evidence? When you claim that you had the evidence, you know
her
why you
head.
told her to look on YouTube? Because you can feed in the YouTube blogs nasty, dirty rumors about her. Period.
So why you gotta
And
put her
straight no
child?
chaser would tell you that. Nobody put a child down. That's another thing, y'all. Like, listen,
Yes,
y'all not gonna get me with the semantics. Y'all not
father.
gonna get me with the semantics, okay? Y'all not gonna get me with the semantics. She did not put her child down. What she said
Yes,
was, and that happens. Little girls do that to each other. They do cut each other's hair. Shit, some little girls even cut their own hair.
baby.
She wasn't putting her child down. Y'all not fooling me.
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry. Y'all
Hold on. I
can
want to
fall
say
for the
this.
boomerang. Y'all can fall for the banana on the tailpipe. I'm not falling for
I
it.
want to say this. We gonna do one at a time. We're not gonna do two at a time. We're not gonna do three at a time. I can't
Can I
understand
tip my
y'all.
foot in here? First of all, let me speak to my mod sis. Hey Catherine, hey Terrence, how y'all doing? Hey everybody on the
Hey, too
panel.
thirsty.
I
Hey,
wanted to check
friend.
before I tip my foot in the game, like Trina said, and see if it was
Okay.
okay to come up because I was late. I didn't know if it was an open panel or not. But how y'all doing today?
How good, friend? How you doing?
Oh, Terrence, you ready to be messy? And you know I came up here to be a little messy. Okay, so listen. And I hate that we have to preface these conversations with I'm a millimeter or I'm not a millimeter, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I personally don't have a vested interest in anybody on this show. I watch it because it's entertaining, and most of the people I'm subscribed to are reviewing the show, and I was watching their reviews, so I figured I'm gonna watch it too. Now, I just feel like you don't have to like anybody. You can hate or like or whatever, whoever you want to. I just believe in operating in facts. And Butterfly, I'm going to have to challenge you just a little bit on this. Your timeline of events
Go
is a
ahead,
little
babe.
off.
Go ahead. No, it's not, but go ahead.
Listen, some of the things you said happened,
Mm-hmm.
you got them in the wrong order. And don't get me wrong, I understand your opinion. We've had conversations before on other channels about melody. This necessarily isn't about melody. It's more so, let's just remember how things happen. And it's kind of hard to remember because so much happens on this show. But the one thing I can say for sure, because it played out on social media, that vacation happened a long time before he filed for custody. And that's a very important factor
Right.
because
Right. Sweetie,
the
that whole
custody
thing.
battle is what
Right.
triggered the social media antics between the two of them, and then that's when the whole revenge RP happened.
No. No, honey. The divorce had social media antics. That the social media antics started with the divorce. It didn't start with the custody. The custody reopened a whole nother battle. They was already battling once they filed for divorce. Once he had the other baby, they already started battling on social media. And I'm not even going to say battling because it was really her running the social. Oh, Martell's doing this, Martell's doing that, and Martell got
What?
tired of that, and he was asking her to stop.
Are you?
I
Oh, wait
Well,
a
remember
minute.
that, baby. I don't got my timelines.
Wait a
hey,
minute.
hey,
I'm
Quinita,
so
I didn't see you
confused
came up
because
here.
no, it was and I'm gonna just say this. Hi, Terrence. How are you? I haven't
Good
Yeah,
in
been
you,
here
please
in
baby.
a
wipe your feet,
while,
baby. Wipe your feet,
and
Quinita, because you know we was raised
I'm a
right.
little sick, so I sound a little off. But and I know I'm a male supporter. I'm not a male millimeter, but I'm a male supporter, and I also can admit Mel is shady. And I enjoy shady Mel. I enjoy petty Mel. She's shady. She has her ways. Absolutely. But what I'm not going to sit up here act like Martell was not being a total terrorist on the internet. And it was last year, Mel
They
was
both
quiet.
was.
Mel was,
That's
wait a minute, I
the
let
thing.
people talk.
They,
I
they
let people talk. Can I finish my sentence, please? Thank you. But
Yep.
Mel wasn't
Sorry.
saying much
Yep.
to people on the internet until they started coming for her, and the primary person was Martell, and that's when she started airing him out because he started bringing up the custody stuff and everything. Mel was not talking about that. That was Martell, and that was because he didn't get his way, aka Mel trying getting in Mel's box on vacation. I'm real confused. Martell ain't no victim here. Just like you say Melody is not a victim. Martell ain't no victim. Martell has been running his mouth and doing all types of shady
They both
stuff that
have.
we have
I never
all
said Martell
seen.
was a victim. They both have been doing all type of stuff. I never said Martell was a
What you
victim. Neither
talking about?
one of
Martell
them are
got
a
tired of
victim.
her running the social media saying stuff. No,
She
no, no.
was, sweetie. She
Last year when
was.
that custody
She
case kicked
was.
off, that was all Martell going on social media, running his mouth, saying little things, accusing her of stuff that we now know was not even true. And that whole
No, we don't know that.
Revenge P tape,
He did not
man,
do that.
listen, he told on himself in an interview that he did with a content creator recently that debunked a lot of stuff out of his own mouth.
She didn't debunk that.
Out of his
I watched
own
that
mouth.
interview. She didn't
He
debunk
did.
that.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Okay, this hate for Mel is real because I'm not going to, you could dislike Mel and I could see why people dislike Mel, but I'm
Now
not
I
going
hate
to sit up here and
that.
act like facts aren't real. And the facts are Martell be
No, you
lying and
totally me.
backtracking and saying
Totally want
all
to make
types of
one
stuff.
set of facts.
And a lot of these things that are coming out now is basically proving that he has been lying, that he has been doing shady stuff. Like, come on.
Like I said, they both have. I'm coming
Well,
with all the
nobody's
facts. Not
debating
just
that
the
it's
Nobody
facts.
not
said that
both
Mel
of
is
them.
innocent. I ain't say
Nobody's
Mel is
debating that it's
innocent.
Yeah,
both of them. They obviously both.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
both
honestly,
were posting on social media doing stuff,
this is the reason
and this
why
is why
family
the
Yeah.
court
judge
gets
told
so
them that they
messy
can't
because
put their kids
Hey
on social
T, I'm
media.
sorry. I didn't mean to. If I was rude or anything, I didn't mean to. I just wanted
Oh,
to
you
come and
fine,
talk.
boo.
Okay.
You fine. No, I get
Yeah,
it
nobody
because
rules.
there are times where I
Yeah,
have to used to have to step back and be like, well, am I being too hard on Mel? There are times where I had to do that and I had to step back and be like, well, wait a minute. If it was me and if this was my man, would I be in the same boat? So there are times where I have to be like, all right, I can give a little leeway with this and that and the third. But I will say, and y'all know, I have always been vocal that I did feel like the both of them have
Mhm.
done things to each other that was shady, wasn't
Yes,
right. I
I
have
can agree.
also said that I felt that the both of them used the Eminem churn to their personal gain. I
I
have
Yes.
agree.
said that about the both of them.
Wow.
So I'm not going to sit on my high horse. Y'all know I can't.
and that's
But
the
but
real tragedy in the situation, truth be
Right.
told, because
the
they are the
kids are
ones
the real
that's most
victims.
affected.
And they are. And they are.
That's like
And
for
and
But
I'm
me,
going
that
to
part
and I'm
isn't
going to say
debatable.
all 5 of them are the
Yeah,
victims
because
in this
even I
mess.
mean, even with Knox, like as much as they don't want to admit it, Knox is being used as a pawn as well. Like I
Yep.
mean,
Yes,
look
he
at
is.
when they went back and forth last week. One of the first things Ariane did was bring up the kids. When we all know they should be leaving the kids out of it, as messy as it is, leave them out of it. They
Mhm.
all do, all three of them. Yeah,
and,
He
Yeah.
and
had
to
them kids banned off the internet. What he do? Post pictures of him and Knox.
and to be fair,
and
T, to
what's
come to
wrong with
your
that? That's
defense,
his child.
to come to
That's
your
his
defense,
child. Why
T,
shouldn't he?
you are an equal opportunity get together.
Kids off.
wait,
I
because we got
try
a
to
lot of
be friend.
Playing
People don't see it.
conversations happening.
No,
I'm
but
sorry, guys.
but you know
Melanie
what? But
messed
you know
up her
what, T?
kids being able to be
I'm
on.
struggling
First
to
of all,
understand. It's a lot
Melanie
happening
messed
right
up
now.
her kids being able to
And
be
Ray
on.
Ray and Ray, can I
My
address
thing
Ray
is this.
Ray? Can I address Ray Ray? And you're right. When Mel posted that record or when she was talking about the kids or whatever, I even had to say, Mel, we all dragged the hell out of Martell for posting that recording of them kids in that conversation. You should not have done that. Leave the kids out of it. And they both do that, and I don't like it. And I was like, Mel, you wrong for that too. But at the same
And
time,
I
I'm
really
not gonna
watched
get
the
mad
book
at
of it.
Mel
Y'all were
for
running around
pushing
playing all
back
type
at
of games.
Martell
Wait,
on
who?
an adult level.
Mary,
I'm not gonna get mad at them punching at each other because Martell does do stuff to egg her on, just like sometimes she does stuff to egg him on.
Yeah.
We, it is what it is. But I'm not
Yeah,
gonna sit up here and act like Martell ain't the biggest instigator in the last year. Because
you,
he
you
wants to be
I,
right.
I,
that big
Somebody is
child
speaking.
out
I'm
and
sorry.
not
well,
on the way to give her
you know,
child just
sweetie, you know what, sweetie, you're entitled to your
Is
opinion,
who's
but
that talking? Somebody's
I
fish
don't, I just
rolling.
disagree. I believe they
Okay.
both equally
you're
passionate
entitled
as
to.
each other. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what?
So
And that's fine. And that's fine.
that's
I'm
just how
only
I feel about
addressing
it. They
the
both
time.
respect
I
each
only
other,
address the
and at the end of the day,
timeline
the
with
reason why
It's
feisty.
that
Hey, y'all gonna have to talk
we
one
have
at a time
Sorry.
now.
You're
talked
right.
about
Sorry.
you
yeah, it's not
reunion.
messed up. My timeline's not messed up, but it's okay.
That was
Okay.
talked about in reunion too when he
My thing
said
with
got a tape of her giving
everybody,
fellatio
so
to another man. That's how far back that goes with that tape. And Destiny didn't seem to take because she's like, I ain't gonna say it, I ain't gonna say
but
it. And the Scott try to get her to
you don't know
stop
what
saying
destiny
she's
is, and that's
gonna
the other
say
thing I don't like. You don't know what destiny is.
Wait a
You don't
minute.
know what
Wait a minute.
Destiny was
Wait a
about to
minute.
say out
Wait
her
a
mouth
minute.
because she
Is
had
that
it
butterfly? Like,
Hold on, T.
it.
I
Say
something to say.
something.
on
Hush.
Destiny.
Hold on, y'all.
Would you
What?
let me
Hold
Trying to
up.
finish?
blame everything that Martell did on everybody else. That's like, come
it,
on now.
Hold up,
Come on
y'all.
now.
Right quick.
That's
Right quick.
crazy.
Y'all really believe Destiny saw this revenge P
Yeah,
tape
but she
and
gonna
she
call.
knew about that?
I
See,
think the
she
whole
knows
family saw it.
somebody buried
No,
that.
no, no, I don't.
Yeah, because I'm like, why? Because people
That
was
don't make no
also
sense.
saying that
And
Tisha knew about it too, and they were saying that's why
right,
Tisha bought car tea.
Well,
And I said,
No,
no.
wait,
Tisha knew
what?
about it
Terrence,
because
Terrence,
Carson
can I
come
told
interrupt?
her.
on.
Can I interrupt?
First of all,
Because I
Carson
went
Yeah.
worked
back
her
and
own
talked to
way up
Carson. Carson
onto
said
that
she
set.
told Tisha.
Hey,
Carson said
one
she
at a
told
time, y'all.
Tisha.
Carson, that's where that came from. Carson said she told
After the
Tisha. I had a
fact, after the
conversation
fact.
myself
So
with
what that
Carson.
still what does that have to do with Tisha? Tisha still
Okay,
don't know. That's hearsay.
Terrence,
That is
I
He asked
had
a
hearsay. What y'all want
butterfly,
question.
Tisha to do?
But
butterfly,
He
you're
asked
butterfly.
a question.
I
but
We
think
were
you
just
need to. I
answering.
think you need to
That's how
go out and
Tisha
come back
found
in
out was
because you
through
are literally going
Carson.
in and out audio. I can't understand the words you're saying.
What I'm saying. Okay,
Yeah,
can you
I
hear
think
me
it's
better now?
D. D, you do be going in and out.
He
Okay, my
asked a
thing is,
question about
even if she did
how did
tell Tisha about, even if she did, hold on, sweetie. Even if she
okay.
did tell Tisha about it, that was way after the. What do you want Tisha to do? That's not her problem. Y'all want to take out
Right.
everything
I'm not
that
saying
somebody else
Tisha knew
done
in
on
advance.
everybody else. That's not fair.
I didn't.
That's not fair.
That's not what he asked. What
He
he
if
asked,
asked
"Do
was,
and
how did
you
Tisha
know
find
that
out?
about
And that's
your
when
other
you
I'm gonna
said
need y'all to talk
Carson.
one at a time, or somebody getting
And
dropped.
we still don't know that Tisha know. We only got one person saying that Tisha knows. Tisha has not come out herself and said she knows. We're going off of hearsay once again. Hearsay,
if
hearsay. We
Martell
don't know that Tisha really knew,
isn't that
and
most of
we're
the
believing a
conversation
clout
though?"
chaser. I'm sorry, Carson believes a clout chaser. So I take what she say with a grain of salt.
So, butterfly, I have a question. Who do you
I don't
believe?
care.
Because you tend to
That's
not
still
believe
not proof that
anybody.
Tisha knew.
But who do you believe? You tend
But
to not
Car-
believe anybody.
May
That's
I
but
Like
just
my
speak?
Carson
grandmother
but
taught me,
Carson
believe half
came
of what
but Carson
like
ended
my
up being
grandmother taught me,
true.
believe half of what you hear, none of what you see. That's what I believe.
Carson ended
yeah,
up telling the truth, and that's what happened. And even Martell
So
said
y'all
that's
do
what
believe
happened.
Carson. So y'all
Because
do believe
Martell
Carson.
and Mel both
yeah,
I don't
corroborated
believe
that
Carson.
that's what happened.
I don't.
well, I'll
To
say
ask to
this much.
everybody,
And then
right? I don't
Arion
believe Carson.
corroborated
I
it.
believe Carson was
Yeah,
set up to
both.
do all of that. Like I said, the whole girl got mad because homeboy got on a bigger platform and went on that press run. I don't believe Carson.
Well, the one thing she said that has been confirmed is that Ariana and her had a conversation about that tape, the
Right.
video.
Right.
So she
Yeah.
wasn't lying. If nothing else, she wasn't lying about that because Ariana confirmed it. So that's two people that said the same thing.
And
That's
Marcel
three
has
people that
told
said the
me
same
he's
thing. Because
got
Martell
he's
said,
got
yeah, he sent that
brother.
screenshot and he had the tape.
But that still has nothing to
And
do.
Sent who the
Okay, okay,
screenshot? I'm
okay.
confused.
If you want me to give y'all that, if y'all, I'll give y'all that, right? But that still don't got nothing to do with Tisha and Destiny. Period.
Nobody.
But I want to be
Nothing to do
clear.
with Tisha
Like
and
that's not
Destiny.
give for me. That's not giving me
just
anything. I'm just telling
indicate that
you what
she knew
happened.
something
I have
about
no interest in
Marcel
this.
was doing sexually. Yes.
T, may I speak?
It
Yeah,
has nothing
baby.
to do with Tisha and Destiny. Not a
Okay.
god darn thing to do with Tisha and
Hey,
Destiny.
hey, okay, let Janae talk. Y'all done had y'all argument. Let Janae talk. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Please.
What I will say is this. Hi, Too Feisty. Hi, everybody. Again,
Hello.
thank you, Too Feisty, for the prayers for when my father is sick. He's doing much better.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
that's
so glad to
Good.
good.
hear that.
Good.
Thank you for letting
Yes.
me know that. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yes. The issue I have with the revenge P, whatever we want to call it, because I want to get this monetized. You know, you need your coin, girl.
Okay.
Um, if somebody knew that somebody was going to drop something like that on me, even if we're cool or not cool, for the sake of my children, I expect you to come to me and warn me and tell me. You see what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Like,
I
if
agree.
if one of your trades had came to me and said, "Oh, I got this tape on T," I'd be like, "Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put you on three-way and tell you to be quiet on the other line, and we gonna bust it wide open." You feel what I'm saying? So like,
Okay.
whoever knew about the tape should have said something. Now, to be fair, Mel has her. I love Mel, but I can't agree with everything that she does. There
Right.
are some things that she does that's out of pocket, just like there are some things that Martell has done out of pocket. But
Right.
like my mama said, when you're divorcing somebody, you're not fighting the person you fell in love with. You're fighting somebody completely and totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well,
So them two are going to war. They're no limit soldiers. Okay. They both going to war at each other. So anything they can do to tear the other one down so they can have the upper hand, that's what they're going to do. And I don't think it's okay, nor do I think it's acceptable, because guess who suffers? These children.
Right.
Everybody
Mhm.
keeps forgetting about the kids. The kids should
I
be
agree.
the sole priority of, and that includes all of them, to include Knox.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All the children
Preach.
need to be taken care of. Now, they both need to stop going to social media. They both need to stop going to bloggers, giving out court documents, tapes, videos, whatever the case may be, and focus on having a healthy co parenting situation.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be playing with
Right.
911. Don't be escorting people out of birthday parties. Don't be playing with people's stuff. If he wants to be around with the kids and you're throwing an event, put your differences aside and let him come. Just like he needs to put his differences aside
Right.
and let her come. Because, like it or
He
not,
don't have a
for the
problem
next
with doing it
18,
like he did for the
right,
first time that he didn't
for
bring
the
the kids.
next 18,
He didn't have a
for the
problem with that.
next, for the next 18 plus
Butterfly,
years,
can you let her talk? Because she's been so polite to the rest of us. Don't do that. Don't interrupt her,
Yeah.
please.
please don't.
it's okay, y'all. The next
I get
18
protected.
the next 18 years or so, y'all gonna have to deal with each other. And guess what? It don't stop there. If y'all have grandkids, y'all still gotta deal with each other. Okay? Learn how to put your differences to the side, because um I have two children with my husband, and I have a bonus child. I don't like to say stepchild because it's ugly, and I don't want to degrade my son because I've been raising him since he was one. He's mine.
God bless you.
I put my differences aside with his mother to have a healthy co-parenting situation. Now, I
Yep.
may call her on parent teacher conference day. She don't answer the phone, but guess what? I can sit here and say I did my part. I'm trying to involve you, and I feel like our son, because he's not just her son, he's my son too. So I understand dealing with a toxic situation with like co-parenting and stuff like that, but it's gone way too far.
Right.
Hmm.
It has.
And Janae, I want to
Right.
say I'm
It
I'm
has
in the
gone through.
same boat as you. I've been
Oh,
in the same boat as you where I am I say I'm a stepmom, but I share a son with his mother cuz my husband is now deceased.
oh,
And
I'm sorry to hear that.
when I came into his life he was 10.
Mm.
And I know that, him and, my husband and his mother, which who I have a great relationship with over the years. We built that up together. They had still some contentious, things from their divorce or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
then B coming into the picture being younger, she's like, who is this young girl here?
Mm-hmm.
And unless she's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be around, I ain't paying no attention to her, but I ended up being around. And even when they had conversations and I was on, it was on speaker, I was in the background, I stayed to the side unless he asked my opinion, or if when she finally started asking me my opinion, he and I would discuss things. And then I would tell him, mind what you say, because I'm a parent, I'm a child of a broken home, so I would
Right.
also talk to him and be like, listen, you need to be respectful of her because he sees that from you. I don't
Exactly.
care what y'all go into each other, how y'all
I
go at each
understand. That's kind
other,
of like Kimmy
you
and
know.
Maurice with their co-parenting. Right.
Right. Y'all go at each
That's like
other
Kimmy and
and
Maurice
he
with their
sees
co-parenting.
that, and
I
that's not good. And we
No,
need to
it's
be a
not.
united front for him. So, and then I would check him. Now, not in front of her, but behind the scenes. And she even said that to me. She's like, I know the change in how he talks or whatever. And she's like, I know that was you. And I was like, no, that's him. And she's like, no, that's you. And I thank you for that. And I appreciated that because I'm like, I'm trying to help the situation. If I'm
Right,
going to
and
be
not make it
here,
toxic.
right, I'm
Exactly.
going to try and be a help instead of hurting. Because the thing is that the three of us have to be a united front for him.
Mhm.
And so, now,
right.
like over the years, even when he was still alive, when I would see her, because she still came to family functions and stuff, I greeted her. We told each other we loved each other, whatever. And, we would joke and stuff like that. When he passed, she was there for me. And I also was there for her because, again, that's the father of her child, and we're both there for our son.
Right.
Even her other children, I have always asked about her other children over the years. Like her daughter had a baby last year, I sent her a baby gift. Like, I mean, I'm just like, we're all connected.
Exactly.
I don't see the issue, of us keeping the strife going. But again, I wasn't there at the beginning of the divorce,
Right.
so I don't know how bad it got. But I know when I got there, I was like, listen, we have to be better because this, I know how it is when your parents are going at each other. And
Right. And
I
then when
agree, they need to
Mm-hmm.
get to a point and be better. One of them has to stop, but that's the thing, is that one doesn't know
which
how to
one?
stop, and it keeps them both going. I'm not,
I
I
think they
said
both need to
one.
stop.
One has to stop. Now they both need to stop, but one has to stop altogether
Somebody
and
has to
stop
make an
feeding.
effort.
Right.
Exactly.
To stop fueling the
The
fire.
fire.
And even when it dies down, and like when they went on that vacation, and Melody was like, I would like for us to get to a point, because I do believe she miss their friendship that they used to have. She said as much. She's like, I would like for us to get to a point where we can all go on family vacations with our significant others and be there for our children. And I believe that at one point. But Martell is also still bitter, just like Melody at one point was still bitter, bringing up stuff, throwing up stuff the year before. It's like, y'all, one of y'all has to stop. And Ariane also needs to get over whatever it is she has going
Because
Yeah.
on,
she's
and
the
she
big
needs to
problem.
stop
She
too.
Ooh, I was gonna
Because,
say that, Quinita. Oh, I was
wait a
gonna say
minute,
that.
because they have that fifth
I don't even
baby out
understand
there
how
that
she's a
is
big
a
part.
sibling.
Ariana has, she don't even go online and do.
That
She
is
only
a
came back
sibling.
online when the French point came out. Like, come on.
I just feel like, okay, since everybody has a child with Martell,
Yeah.
Martell is the mutual, the common denominator in the situation, correct? So if Martell is the common denominator in the situation, okay, instead of her being angry at Mel, she should be angry at the father of her child who
Right.
constantly disrespects her. Okay, he needs to respect both of the mothers of his children, and he
Amen.
needs to and he needs to have it to where, like, okay, at some point where they have a big get together where Mel is there and Arion is there. But the problem is that they both have, like you said, everybody has to cease fire at this
Right.
point, because what's hurting is the children, because like it or not, that's their little brother.
Exactly.
And the other kids
Right.
are his
That
brothers and
everybody
sisters.
goes around calling retarded and making fun of. Right, exactly. That they
Everybody
praise
need to
the
go
other
in their
kids and
corner
call that little
and
boy
have a
retarded. They
seat.
putting all type of little things on the poor baby.
Well, the fans are wrong for that, and nobody has ever
Nobody should
condoning
drag
that.
a child. Never.
I agree.
Children should.
I
Children
agree.
are off limits.
Hmm.
Children
Hmm.
are
They drag
off
Knox up and
limits.
Y'all
down.
know I have defended
They
Knox.
drag
I have.
Knox
Right.
up and down the YouTube,
I'm an advocate for children.
which is
I don't
not
play
cool.
those
They drag
games.
that
You
poor
never
baby
gonna
up
be able
and
to talk
down.
about somebody's child in front of
Oh
me,
yeah,
and I'm
too
not gonna
feisty. You
stand
don't play
defend
that.
it.
Right.
But I
Nobody.
get on your
At
neck.
least I believe nobody on this panel agrees with fans talking about that baby. Nobody
Nope,
agrees with that.
because that
Hmm.
baby didn't ask to be here.
Right.
No.
Exactly.
Right.
And
That,
can I
that
say this
baby's
while we're
innocent,
here?
and the way that that baby has been trashed is really disgusting. I'm sorry,
Can
but the way that
can I
baby
say
has
this
been
while we're
trashed
here?
all up and down these YouTube streets is disgusting.
Go ahead,
Can I
too
say this
feisty.
while we're here really quick? Because I so this is the thing, right? Just 2 points. One, I'm not here for any of those children being discussed. That's why I had so much pressure for Wanda, and that's why I had so much pressure for all the people. Y'all, if you know me,
Hmm.
you see me in action. Maybe I get the girls
Yes,
together and
I
ma'am.
we
have.
start talking. Ain't
You
none of
get it
y'all no
cracking.
speech pathologists. Ain't none of y'all no special
I
needs
don't know. I
teachers.
haven't.
Y'all ain't got no rights, no credentials to diagnose nobody. So be quiet on that part. But when it comes to the conversations that happen around Sugar Mama and around Knox, it makes me uncomfortable. A lot of it is problematic and it
Hmm.
needs to stop ASAP. I have been saying this for months. That's
Hmm.
one. Two, Martell, Melody, and Ariane need to be careful without spilling too much of my own tea, my own personal family history. You have to be very careful of allowing people who don't like you around your
Around your
children.
kids.
A
Thank
lot
you.
of
Agree.
people will take out their frustrations and anger for
Hmm.
you on your
Hmm.
children. And I'm saying what I know
Hmm.
firsthand. I've seen the scars. I've seen the emotional and physical scars of those type of relationships. So
Right.
if she does not have any malice for those children, she needs to stop discussing their mother and them the way that she
Hmm.
does. Like when she went on that live last week and she made it a point to say that Eminem kids are disrespectful. That's a flag. That's
Hmm.
a big
She didn't
red
even
flag.
say
She
it.
needs
She
to
didn't even
stop.
say it.
Well,
She dropped it. That's my whole thing. The girl didn't even. She didn't even come out her mouth and said it. Y'all kept telling her that she's copying Mel because she's trying to teach her child manners. How is she copying somebody? Anybody would try to teach their child manners. So that was thrown in her face. She didn't even come out and actually say, "Oh, the kids are rude." She didn't say that. She said, and then she walked away and left it alone. She did not call
No,
them
she said
kids
them kids.
ignorant or
No,
rude
she
or
called
whatever.
them kids
She was about to
disrespectful.
say
She
Though
something.
said they
she
were
She did not
she
finish
said
disrespectful.
her
that
she
she
statement.
said
said
they
they
were
were disrespectful.
She
disrespectful.
said
She
the
She did
did
Eminem
say
not.
that.
verbatim.
She
She
did
said the Eminem
not.
kids are
She did not.
disrespectful. And I'm
But you know
saying,
what,
Verbatim, I
Q?
watched that same
This
live
is.
verbatim. She did not.
Go ahead, T. What you got to
She did
say, T?
not. I watched that same
But you
live.
know what? This is what I am gonna say. At the end of the day, I'm still not here for the harlot saying anything about the Eminem chant. If they
right.
are disrespectful to her, I mean, I respect them. Look at how you came in.
And
Look at
ruin
how
their
you came
families.
in. Look right, and look at how you,
Right.
mama. Because if it was me, I ain't gonna have no respect for your ass. Every time you come to my house, I'm gonna talk about you like a goddamn dog. It's me. Because you
Me
sitting
too.
around here, not only are you keep constantly coming at my damn mama, now you want to throw us into it, and I would be the oldest.
She
So I'm
was
gonna take it to her ass
not at that
every
girl.
chance I get. I'm just saying. Now
Right.
I
So
don't
you're gonna
agree
tell me,
with
right?
children coming at adults, but at the same time, I understand the backlash and the pain that they probably could be going through, and then you're still helping it go on. You know what I mean? Because
And
we don't know how many times
They
we
are
have to see
helping
them
it go
sharing
on.
crying, or
right.
have to see, or have to see Melody feeling away or talking about it, and they got to be around when that's going on. So that'll make any child feel away about the sad piece or whatever, and that will trickle down to Knox, which isn't fair.
Right.
It's not fair.
And I agree with you, T.
Right.
All of them need to
No, I
stop talking
no,
about
Frank, I
business
agree with you.
also around the kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that too because they probably bashing each other in front of them
Right.
kids.
Right.
And I feel like I come from a generation where grown folks discuss things behind closed doors, and certain conversations were not discussed in front of children.
Right.
I'm
And
not
if they
mad.
were, you knew to keep your mouth closed.
Right.
You knew not
Now
to
I'm
say
Okay.
not
nothing.
mad at now I'll say this. I'm not mad at having conversations with your kids to explain
But Frank,
things,
let me say
and I
what I'm
think
Right.
that's
saying to you.
healthy and I think that makes sense. But also, even if they're not discussing things in front of these kids, you discussing things on social media and on public platforms that they are old enough to get
To see.
a hand
Hmm.
on, or their peers can get their hands on, or they're hearing other adults talk about,
Right. But
like for instance,
so all that
that
stuff
whole
said
Wanda
about Knox, he will be
situation.
able when he grow up to come back and
Right,
see.
that whole Wanda situation when she brought up about, the AB and Sugar Mama's parentage and all that. One day those kids are going to hear that and be like, what the heck is going on? And they're going to be mad at everybody involved, especially their parents. It's like, that's crazy. Stop talking about some of this stuff. Don't bring up the kids, don't reference the kids, don't allude to the kids, and try to keep some of that stuff, like some of that deep cut stuff, out of the public. Like, that's going to cut, they're going to see all of this, and that's
And
that's
Mar-
the thing that's
and
going to be messed up. All five of them are going to see this mess at some point.
and Martell needs to
Well,
stop going
Melanie
back and
Trent need
forth
to stop
between
going
the
on that
baby
damn
mama.
live, bringing up Melanie to
I
her,
agree.
and like, come on, man.
Like
Easy.
for real, Martell needs to stop going back and forth because obviously he's telling Mel one thing and then he's telling Arion something else, and
Yep.
then them two keep coming at each other, and it's like not so. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this: you have the. Well, I can't say that he can make them stop, but he can address the behavior. Like when they're bashing each other, he could be like, "Look, both of y'all are the mother of my kids. Y'all both need to stop coming at each other on social media," and then he needs to stop disrespecting the mother of his kids.
Right.
Nobody's going to respect something that you don't respect. So
Right.
you need to
Right.
have respect
See,
for the mothers of
And
your
so
children
he
because you
said
know
in
what?
that
Because
interview,
they
is
both
that he
feel like he
right.
doesn't
But
defend
that's the thing.
either
He
one of them
said in
or
that same
respect either
interview that
one of
everybody
them.
want to bring up. Right. But in that
Hmm.
same interview that everybody want to bring up, he said he wasn't going to disrespect Ariana. Everybody had a problem with that. Oh, now you don't want to he that like they have gotten past that. That's the thing. People are holding on to stuff that these people have gotten past. Him and Ariana obviously have gotten past that. So to keep bringing up that he disrespect, he sat right in that interview and said, "I'm not going to disrespect her," and everybody had a problem with that.
Well, no, apparently not, because Ariane herself says she feels like he doesn't respect her or that he doesn't take up for her. So
And
apparently
that he
both
always
her
wants
and
her to be the
Melody
bad
feel
guy
that
too.
way.
Don't forget that part, because she just said that in part
Right.
four, that
Right. Yeah.
that leaked phone call.
thing she
He
did, the
felt like he
video
didn't protect her.
she
He,
called
But
yeah, she did
Martell.
say that he felt like he didn't protect her.
but at the end of the day, she's a grown woman. She makes decisions for herself. Nobody told her or threatened her life
You
and
see how
said,
y'all
if you
do
don't do this,
the
this is
gaslight
X,
this
Y,
thing.
Z, or Z. Okay, she has to take responsibility just like Martell needs to take responsibility. Both of y'all got together. Both of y'all was going to do what y'all said y'all was going to do. You both got caught. You were dumb enough to go to a blogger and spill all your tea. Then the blogger
Right.
blasted you. And it's like
Right.
now look at the backlash you're getting. It's like you can't
Right.
get mad about the stuff that you put out there. You put it
Right.
out there. Nobody else put it out there. You put it out there.
No,
So
she
take
didn't put it out
responsibility
there.
for what you did.
Blogger put it out there.
Because
Everybody
the
No,
gonna
Yes,
take
she
she
blogger
did.
put
She
wouldn't
out
have
there
did
responsibility though.
nothing
too.
put
She
out
already
there if
said
she
she
didn't
did
run her
wrong.
mouth.
That
The
Thank
girl,
you.
blogger wouldn't
no,
never had
that
anything
girl
if
and
Ariane didn't
Martell
talk
both
about it.
already said they're wrong a million
butterfly,
and one times, and people are still not
butterfly,
satisfied.
butterfly.
Like
I
they
gotta
both took
ask you.
responsibility a million and one
You
times.
just
Hold
said
on,
though
hold
it was
on.
the blogger. You just said it was the blogger, but we're saying the
But
blogger wouldn't have anything if she didn't say
she didn't
anything,
run
which is
her
to
mouth.
Janae's point. They both need to stop. Everybody
Look,
needs to
Exactly.
stop.
look, a well kept secret is a secret that's never told. If you don't want nobody to tell your tea, don't give your tea to tell. Don't tell your own tea. Keep it to yourself. And my thing is this legally, if they did drop it, they could get in serious trouble. What about the
Right,
kids if something legally happens to the both of y'all if y'all decide to do what y'all said y'all was
right,
gonna do? Like they're
right.
not thinking
Exactly.
about the longevity of the situation or how
But
many
that's
people
the
it
thing. That
hurts.
thing happened 3 But
Something
okay,
did
understand what
happen
I'm
because
saying
she
to you,
said
right?
she
That
showed it
whole
to people.
situation. I,
She showed it to
Is
people.
this
So
just the
something did
cabbage? That's
happen.
all I want to know. Is this just the
who
cabbage
did she didn't say she
proposal?
showed it to anybody.
She said she
She
showed
did
it to
not
her
say she showed it to
sister.
anybody. She
Am
asked
I
See,
that girl.
crazy?
She
Did she
asked
not
straight no
say in
chaser.
one of those
I can't
drops
hear both of
that she
y'all.
showed it to her sister? Am I crazy? I heard in one of those drops she showed it to her sister. She said
Yep.
No,
she
she
could
didn't say
send
she
it
showed
to
it
the
to her sister. It
blogger.
sounded like
Why
to me
would
she
you do
said she
that?
brought it up to her sister.
So she brought it
Well,
up to her
listen.
sister, or she showed it to the sister?
I
Right
heard
now.
she showed it to her
Showed it to
sister.
her
Wow.
sister.
She
Sit down.
brought it
Can I
up to her
Well,
sister. She
listen.
was I guess that's like anybody close to you. If you're in the middle of a situation, anybody close to you, you're using them as a sounding board. That's what she was doing with her sister. She didn't say nothing
But
about
you
showing
And
making
she
that
showed
excuses
video
for
that
to
to
her.
nobody. At the end
she
of the day,
showed
the
You
that
only
making
video
person
to her
responsible
excuses.
for
sister.
that video, the only person responsible for that video, the only person
Lawyer,
responsible for that
calm.
video is Martell. Period. That was in his possession, and he had no business sharing it. He's the one who
And I
shared it.
agree with
He had
that.
no business
And I
sharing
It
it.
agree with
don't.
that.
Period.
Okay,
T has something
But
to say,
understandable.
y'all.
also,
No,
T
hold
has
on.
Well,
something to
Martell,
listen.
say.
that's so
I
Well,
will
bad.
say
listen, you
this. I
guys.
agree with that. I agree. Martell should have never put it out
Never
there,
shared
never
it.
shared it
But
with
since he
anybody,
did,
nothing.
it
I
ain't her
agree with
place to
that.
share it either.
Well, listen, you guys, because I have a laugh to do with Scotty and JoJo at 8:15.
Hey,
But
I
Thank you for
said that
having
when
because
me
she got
Kia
here.
here.
came up here, I definitely want to give Kia a chance to say her piece. Dear God Almighty. What's good, Kia girl?
Hey,
so
Kia.
now let me say this. Do not one thing I can tell you about Ari, if you inbox her, she will call you. I've talked to her one on one from the
Oh
What?
my God.
own mouth. So let me say this. I have heard Martell in the background going off on
What?
her one on one. So let me say that. Just so we clear. So let me say that. So that being said, is yeah. So that's why I said, can I come on? Like, so and I can show you the
What
proof.
happened, friend?
I can show you proof and everything. So let me
Yeah,
say,
what happened?
okay. The thing about it is, he he does go between them both.
Hmm.
He will
Mm,
there and he hypes her up to tell her because when I was like, because again, I'm married. I got 5 kids. Been
mm,
married for 20 years. So I was coming at her like that, like at a as a wife.
mm.
She has he was like she wasn't answering his phone. And she was like, Martell keeps texting me. He showed up at her door, going off on her for not answering the phone, thinking that she's cheating on him. Now, why the fuck do you care? Well, sorry. Why do you care whether or not she's cheating on you unless you still trying to control something about her?
Ooh. See, friend, I ain't know all that.
Right.
I ain't
Once
know all
again,
that.
I
Martell.
called it.
Like,
I said it. I
right,
said he
right.
was going back and forth between the two of them.
We all
Hmm.
said that. We ain't disagree with that, but at the same time, Ariana ain't smart. And
He been
Butterfly, I'm
doing that,
sorry.
and
Is you
and
related to
that's
the chick?
my thing.
What
Kia,
the
give us the rest of the tea.
Is you
What?
related to
All right.
Ariana? Because I really want to know. Is you related to
I'm
the hooker?
Right.
no,
We talk about my related stuff.
I mean, yeah, I'm
That,
not
If
related.
you
I
want me
mean,
to
as
be,
hard as you
like,
want
come
to
on
suck
now.
for her,
Like, no, the thing is
Like,
the reason
come on,
I'm just like
man. Come
him.
on, come on.
When you see her on
Because I'm
something,
not
I
drinking the
why.
Kool-Aid. I'm this
Let her
girl's
finish,
people. Like,
please.
come
Let
on
her
now.
finish. Let her finish. Let her finish. She was still talking.
So the thing that I got was the one I talked to her, believe it or not, was the 4th of July. That time
Mm.
she was going back and forth with Mel. She was with Martell the entire time, and he was telling her to say this, say that, say this, say that. So
Mm.
that's why I said like I'm not saying that she's right in anything that she does, but he hypes the crap out of her to do that.
Hmm.
So I even told her, I said, because the same way you heard her on Nay, she will ask you questions like, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? You
Mm.
think I should do this? You think I should do that? So my thing was she's different. Like, I mean, like her mind is so gone behind him. I don't see it like he run back and tells her things that Mel says about her. And Mel might not be saying it and Mel might be saying it. I don't know. But it's just the point of a lot of the friction that they have is because of him.
Agreed. I agree.
So, but I'm saying on that day, she was out with the kids. They
Yep.
were out together. That was true. Um, he told her something. I guess something happened in Houston because again, I talked to her again. Something happened in Houston with Kiki. I don't know what happened with Houston Kiki. He he let's see
Oh
what else.
Lord, that
Right,
little
I know.
drug fucking.
But it's
Right.
just the fact of he basically doesn't. Anytime when she tries to bridge out away from him, he pulls her back in to like even when she's trying to get out of it, he pulls her back in. And I told her, I said, you're emotional. So any little thing that's said to you, you feel like it's all right to jump off and jump bad on when this woman ain't even saying nothing or bothering you. Now, we'll say they both, per Ari, they both do little things behind their back, like off and on. Like him and Martell and Mel be doing low key stuff offline. Now we go by what she say. Because I asked her directly, did she send the tape out? And according to her, that she had the picture, not the tape. So
damn.
That's
Girl, once again, it's Martell. If anybody need to go to jail, it's Martell. But I doubt he go to jail because he didn't post it. Like, I don't know, like.
Let me say this. At the end of the day, as long as
but sending that picture is wrong.
He's wrong because at the end of the day,
Yeah, I'm not saying he's right for him. Once again, Martell. All roads lead back to Martell.
I didn't say you. I didn't say you.
But
said
Butterfly,
anything like
you
that,
got to
sis.
stop cutting people
Oh,
off.
okay.
It's really rude. You got to stop doing that. Babe.
But I'm
I've
saying
been saying
We
that.
are cutting each other off, but okay.
let me say this. I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so let's see. I'm just my badge for a court. So let me say this. The thing is, the only person that could get in trouble is actually Martell. Is if as long as Ari did not show it to anyone else. Her having the tape is not illegal. What is our picture or whatever is showing is like sending it to someone else. That's when it becomes illegal. Now, whether they can prove it, I don't know.
And she hasn't done that. Right.
So I don't.
And that's the whole thing. Like, that's my whole point.
But I will tell you, if y'all hit her up, she'll talk to you.
Like, I get everybody want to hate her because she was a side chick.
Well,
But
listen,
a
friend.
lot of
Y'all
women have
already
been
know she
side.
ain't gonna talk to
A lot of
me
people's mamas
because
been
she
side.
lie.
Not only
don't
is
hate that girl.
a result of her mother being a side chick.
Hold
Like,
on. How y'all
Can
gonna
I say
interrupt
this?
the host?
Can
I
I
need
say
y'all to let
this?
the host talk.
Can I say this for a moment? I'm sorry, T. Go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
baby. No, go ahead. So what you gotta say?
I will say this. I don't hate Ariane. I don't like what she did. I think what she been doing since she came out, since she was inserted herself, and with Martell's help, because it all stems back to him, inserting herself into that family situation, into that marriage, and then the things that she said and how she's acted, that is what I judge her on. But I have also had slivers of empathy or sympathy for her where I'm like, girl, do you not see that he is using you and he's mistreating you too? How are you being loyal to someone who is not being loyal to you? Because he is not claiming you. He wanted you on the side still with his
Being a
and
stepmom.
now ex-wife. If
Go,
she
lady.
would take him back, he would go back to Melody and still keep you on the side and still
Facts.
treat you the way that he treats you. It's
Yep.
like I can't feel just like with, for instance, I said the same thing about Tisha. I can't feel bad for you or be mad for you more than you can for yourself. Like if
Facts.
you like it and love it, okay, well I can't say
what,
nothing else to it.
what is she supposed to be mad at? There's been no proof that her husband has cheated on her. So what exactly is Letitia supposed to be mad at?
The way Marceau
Nothing.
treats her.
No
That's
proof
what
has
I
came.
just said about how
Let
someone
her
treats
Yes,
you.
finish.
yes, it has.
My God dang,
How
y'all just don't know how.
How Marceau treats Tisha is awful, and I don't know what anybody else can see that we have all seen. The way Marcel treats her and talks to Tisha is awful, but I can't be more mad about it than she's choosing not to be mad about it. If she is choosing to accept it,
There you
then
go.
okay,
Bam.
that's her
What can you
marriage.
say? Right.
Right.
If
Just
she
like
like
with
it, I love it.
Ariane. If
Right.
she continues to accept the way that Martell treats her, I can't be mad at it. You keep allowing it.
But just to
Huh?
piggyback off you said, I don't like you said, I don't hate Ariane. I just dislike her ways. I dislike the way she is. It's like, okay, you presented yourself to the world one way and then you're mad because everybody is seeing you that way. Well, if that was the case, why didn't you get some self-respect about yourself and stop seeing this married man? You
Right.
were perfectly capable and old enough to understand what you should and should not do.
Go get him.
Okay, like I said earlier, Martell made promises to Mel to be faithful or whatever the case may be. I get that. I get all that. Okay, but the last time I checked, it takes two people to have an affair.
Right.
Facts.
And you not gonna sit here and tell me that at that
Only
family
I'm supposed to
barbecue,
be responsible.
Let her finish, because
Mhm.
you always gotta cut somebody off. Listen instead of listening to respond. Listen and analyze the situation. Because I'm getting
I
tired of you
did,
cutting people
honey,
off.
I did. I caught myself and
But
I
you
did.
wasn't done
Thank
talking.
you.
see, what do
Right.
you
And I
have to
caught
feel about
myself
the
and I
whole
shut it up and then
situation?
you started talking.
Uh, I gotta say, well, I guess I can end it because it's 8 o'clock. So I really
Yeah,
have,
go ahead and end it, T.
That's all.
and
That's
I
all he got to give
totally,
y'all.
I love all of y'all for coming up here and giving y'all opinion. I really thank y'all for that because Lord knows y'all can keep me.
Hey,
God.
T,
Y'all
thank you for
really,
having me. Thank you for
Can
having me.
Terrence
Everyone,
can
I love
thank
you.
you for the conversation. I really appreciate it. You know, all of you.
no
I mean, we
problem.
can agree to disagree and everything, but
Ass
thank you
down
for
the stairs
having me.
right
I'm
now.
going to drop down.
Right now.
All
I want
right,
to say
baby.
something really quick for you in the live. I want to thank y'all because
Okay.
I've been up here cooking this whole time, and y'all helped me get through this meal prep because I can't stand cooking. So appreciate it.
Mm,
And Janae, I'm so glad to hear that your father is doing better.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for
yeah,
the update. I hope everybody has a
Thank
good
you.
evening. And I just want to say, as the chapter president of the Get a Job Coalition,
ooh,
Martell, a CDL is still waiting for you. A CDL will help solve all your problems. Stable, reliable employment, steady income is going to fix all them
My phone
issues for
dropped.
you. And I want you to go ahead and get that, okay? Y'all have a good evening.
you too, baby.
So let me,
Thank you so much. I enjoyed it though. Hard.
well, I'll
Of
tell y'all
course, baby.
if she ever hit me back up, I'll let you know.
Do please do, kid. Come up here with some stuff. Please do
Send
know.
me a letter.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. But she needs somebody to talk to her. She need a mama.
I agree.
Child, she did an
I do.
exorcism.
I agree.
Mm.
No, what she need is T to sit down and talk to her off camera, one on one. That's what she need.
He, I'm telling you, hit her up, T. She don't got
She
need.
not.
She don't need
Y'all
assistance from
know
Lady,
nobody.
block
She don't,
child. She not talk to me. She done had me block, and I never addressed her personally. I kept trying to get stuff from her and on her Instagram, and I could never find it. And then that's when I realized she had me blocked. Y'all know she ain't finna talk to me.
go get him.
But I totally
I'm not gonna
adore
be there.
all of y'all up
I want
here.
to
But I really do have
you
to
know,
end this.
watch out.
Um,
well, I'm going to Nordstrom,
Like
so I'll talk to you later.
down later.
all right, Kia.
I was my child's mail, not hers.
Thank you guys so
It took
much
a
for
while to
being up
walk
here with me and rocking with me. Thank y'all. But yeah,
Okay. I know I pissed everybody off, but whatever.
you good, butterfly. It's okay. Listen, again, we all have the right to have our opinions. Okay, you are listen. I look. I get it all the time, friends. So don't feel away.
Right,
I
look,
totally
look.
appreciate
I'm
you for
not
coming
bothered.
up here.
Some people stalk me on Twitter, everything. I'm not bothered. They don't bother me. I just call them flying monkeys and send them on their way.
I'm glad. Please don't feel away. Thank you guys so much. Thank you,
Mm-mm.
Catherine. Thank you, Butterfly. I love y'all. Thank y'all for
We
coming
love you
up
I
here.
too.
love you,
Can I say the
Chrissy.
line?
Thank you.
Can I
What
say the
happened,
line?
Boo? Yeah.
That's it. That's all we got. We ain't got no more to give y'all. We'll talk to you on the next live. I'll holla. Bye.
Y'all.
I know
Lord have
that's right.
mercy, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys, that much like she said, that's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give y'all. I totally adore everybody that came up here because again, y'all know I do not do this often, but I really wanted to get every opinion on this situation because again, I'm tired of hearing about it. So,
Mm-hmm.
again, guys, I love you guys. Y'all make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure to put in the replay. I know y'all will. And come right on back at 8:15 to witness me, Scotty, and JoJo go in and let have on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta from last night. So, you guys, I love y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all at 8:15 in a few. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye,
Love you,
y'all.
T.
Love you
Bye.
too, boo.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. No problem.